Okay, well, might as well get started. Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a good morning today. So today we're going to be playing more Magical Warrior Diamond Heart today. So that's going to be fun. Sorry, it's a bit early in the morning for me. But yeah, today's more Magical Warrior Diamond Heart. Thank you for everybody who is here, who is lurking, who is chatting, all that jazz. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. We're just gonna chat for a little bit. How's everybody's morning going? I hope it's going good. I had a funky dream last night. Like, it's starting to fade from my memory, but like, I guess it's, what was it about? I can't remember exactly. Whatever. But, I was talking last night, and I was talking about how, lo-fi hip-hop beats, like, are not stream safe anymore. If you stream like certain lo-fi playlists, part of your audio will get muted because those beats are now owned by people instead of being copyright free. Not that you get a copyright strike on your Twitch account, but like you get your audio muted, which kind of sucks. But, you know, I'm just gonna play video game music because that's still safe for now. When that becomes not viable as a source of, you know, background music, then I don't know, I guess I'll just break down and buy a subscription to a copyright-free streaming music service. But until then, I'm just gonna play video game music, which is a-okay with me. But yeah, so today we're going to be playing Magical Warrior Diamond Heart because I'm going to be gone Saturday and Sunday. I will be streaming Friday. I'll be streaming Pokemon Violet Friday. But like almost immediately after I'm done streaming, I'm going to be like getting in the car and heading to the con with my mom. So like, it's going to be one of those things where like, you're just sitting there and you're like, oh, hey, how's the stream going? And it's like, it's going good, but like as soon as the stream's over, I'm getting in the car and I'm going. But yeah, so I guess recap about what happened last time. So okay, where was the last time? I think the last time was Liam and Alex came upon another fairy who is going to help them you know, fight the evil monsters and that jazz. But like, I think this episode's gonna be about Liam, and I don't know what's going to happen after that. Like, I don't know how many episodes in I am, because there are 12 episodes, and each episode's about 15 to 20 minutes to play. So like, it's kind of interesting about how long it takes for me to play this game, this visual novel, I guess. We'll get there. Hopefully by the time I wrap up with this game, Super Lesbian RPG will be out and I can play that. And that'll be super fun. No, not Super Lesbian RPG, Super Lesbian Animal RPG. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna chat for a second while I do some things in the background. Ooh. Oh, wait. Wrong tweet. Actually, for the convention, I'm going to be wearing this dress, the one that my VTuber is currently wearing right now. So that'll be fun. I just gotta post all my shit. Self-promotion. Okay, I think that's it for social media. Sorry to do it on stream, but sometimes I just gotta, cause it's a hassle. I don't know whether to post early and try to catch people who like see the post like an hour or 30 minutes later, or to just post when the post like when I'm actually streaming and then just get people as they come in. It's a toss-up. But anyway, let's get to the game. Okay. Oh, the game's taking a second to load. Okay, here we go. Is everybody ready for this morning's magical adventure? Because I certainly am. gotta get sound alerts out of here. Okay. Let's see. Where was I the last time? Just checking through all the galleries. Okay, everything looks good. Alright then, let's get started. Okay, so I'm just gonna recap. So the last time, Liam and Alex got their miracle links and became magical warriors, and I think Ethan right here is complaining that he doesn't have one, which is kind of funny. But yeah, so can't exactly remember, but let's get back into it. It's too bad you don't have a miracle link.
No way.
No thanks. A guy like me would be no good as a crystal warrior. What do you mean? I laugh and nudge him playfully. Someone as dumb as me can be a crystal warrior, then you can too. I'm not good at anything, but you? Don't. Ethan seems taken aback at my comment. He shakes his head and pats me on the back and laughs. You're different, Val. Trust me. Amy is right. Some people aren't suited to be heroes. I don't understand. Ethan is way smarter than me. He's not clumsy, and he's better at sports than I am. I'm about to say something else when Ethan stops me. Don't worry about it. Besides, I can't fit being a superhero into my busy schedule. He grins, a big dorky smile to lighten the mood, and I can't resist making fun of him. Ah, yes, your ever-busy schedule of reading trashy BL. Oh my god. Oh my god, trashy BL.
Hey!
It's not trashy. It's a brilliantly written love story about love between men. Oh my god. Ethan, you and I both know those stories you read are complete garbage. Yeah, BL is complete garbage. Yaoi is bad. Lesbian stamp of approval. Yaoi is bad. Says the girl who reads trashy vampire novels. Ooh. Ahem. I always prefer watching you guys from the sidelines. Suit yourself. Talk to you later, Val. I wonder if it's the same for Liam. Maybe he doesn't want to be a crystal warrior. He doesn't even like me. Why should I bother worrying about him? But we're all crystal warriors, right? That makes us friends, right? Besides, I should be a little concerned. I mean, what's gonna happen to us if he can never transform? Well, Amy and Alex are both plenty strong enough to take out Onyx within minutes. I'm sure we'll be fine. Anyway, I better get going. I begin to gather my things for the next class. My bag feels weirdly light. I didn't take out that many things for this class. Wait a second. Diana, she's not in here. When did she leave? My eyes dart around the classroom and I scramble around the room trying to find her. Diana! Where'd she go? I dart from classroom to classroom, desperately trying to find her. No. Not here. Diana! Where'd she go? I can't locate her like I can with Amy. The tracker only tracks crystal warriors. That's right, Amber. I might be able to find her, but maybe she can. It might be a stretch to think fairies can track each other, but maybe they're together, or maybe she knows where Diana might be. I boot up the tracker and locate her. An orange heart appears on the map covering the white heart representing me. Above me? I'm already on the highest floor. There's no way, but the roof and the students, there's nowhere else but the roof, and students aren't allowed there. Then it hits me. Diana and Amber aren't real students. My jaw drops at the sight before me. Diana and Amber, covered in bruises, blood and bruises and scratches. Oh no. The two of them viciously claw at each other's flesh. Like animals tearing each other up for the last piece of meat. Diana! Amy! Oh my god, the girls are fighting! The girls are fighting! Presidential alert! The girls are fighting! They're fucking duking it out! They're fucking drawing blood! Oh my god! Oh wow, they're really going at it! Jeez! Sheesh! Damn. At times like this, I wish I had sound alerts, but I don't. Anyway, if you're watching me, follow the channel so I can get to affiliate, so I can get to... so I can get channel points so I can start playing redeems, because this shit is wild. But presidential alert, the girls are fighting. What's going on? Why are they fighting? I run towards them, desperately trying to pull them apart, only to get knocked away. It's no use, I can't get through to them. This is serious. I have to do something fast, but I don't know what to do. I sink to the ground helplessly. I'm not smart like Sophie or Liam, and I'm not strong like Alex. Can't do it by myself, That's right, I can't do it by myself. I can call the others for help. I breathe a sigh of relief when the others arrive at the scene. I don't know what happened. I don't know how to stop it. Liam and Alex tear the two fairies off each other and struggle to hold them back as they flail about wildly in their arms. Let me go, meow! Stay the hell out of this, Alex. Sophie approaches the two and firmly places her hands on their shoulders. Suddenly their bodies freeze up. Literally. Suddenly I can faintly see ice crystals forming under Sophie's fingers. What did I say about behaving yourselves? ... What kind of punishment do you think is sufficient? We could ball them up in their fairy form and let Alex use them for basketball practice. Jesus Christ! Tie a rope around their tails and leave them dangling from a tree like piñatas? There's also a daycare nearby. I'm pretty sure they would appreciate new toys! This is sadistic! Liam and Sophie are completely pissed off. Neither of them will even look at Diana or Amber after what they did. And Sophie seems to have totally forgotten that she hates Liam too, because they're sitting in front of each other amicably bonding over ways to torment their common enemies. So what is your problem? Why are you two fighting like that? Amber started it. Don't be such a brat. I'll kick your ass. Don't test me, Amber. Liam flings a book at Diana's head and glares at her before continuing his discussion with Sophie. Enough already. Can't you guys have a normal conversation? What's going on between you two? Fine, I'll tell you. 7 months ago in your time, that's when I discovered I'd been blessed with the powers of the legendary Crystal Warriors, you know? For 7 months I've been fighting the nightmares alone. My friends were gone, the king and queen had long been defeated, I was all by myself. There was no one left to fight, except me. All the knights had been killed, captured, turned into nightmares, or just ran away, you know? Except for her. We all thought she had been long dead for the rest of them, like the rest of them, so imagine my surprise when I saw her with other Crystal Warriors, no less, you know? I was happy she's alive, she found help, but I should have known better. Don't be fooled, she can't be trusted. The only thing she cares about is her pathetic girlfriend, you know? Diana stiffens and her clenched fist shakes in rage, however she controls her anger. Let me tell you my side of the story. Amber groans loudly. 7 months ago, the worst nightmare attack had hit us. It was my duty to protect Her Majesty. We had hid in the castle somewhere safe, quiet, where the monsters couldn't reach. Where the princess could calm down and try her best to use the rose crystal mirror. Rose crystal... Why does that sound so familiar? What's that? Legendary mirror that's said to create miracles. However, Roselia's kind, the Luminae, are the only ones who have magic strong enough to use it. Just as Amber said, the king and queen are gone. She was the only one left. She was our last hope, and she so desperately wanted to help. But we were found. I fought, and then Diana trails off and clears her throat before continuing. We got separated. That was the last time I saw her. All I want is to find her. That's all I ask. Then what? What'll you do after you find her? Will you fight, or... Diana doesn't answer. Exactly. Di's got intentions of saving your world or ours, you know? All she wants is to find Rosalia and run away. Don't speak of her so familiarly. She is to be addressed with proper respect and honor as a member of the royal family. She's not royal to me. Not once has she ever done anything worth being called royalty, you know? All she ever did was run away. She knew her shortcomings, yet she did nothing to improve herself, you know? She never cared about her people. All she ever cared about was herself. Damn! It's not like that. You don't know her like I did, meow. I knew well enough. Did you forget? I was a knight too, you know? Yeah, I remember you quit. Enough. You're both getting off topic. Anyway, I refuse to work with her. We ain't friends. We ain't even allies for the same cause. I'll tolerate her existence, but we can't get along, you know? Amy storms off. It might not be a good idea to leave her alone. I'm gonna stay with Diana because I want to romance Diana. I guess as long as she isn't alone with Diana, it'll be fine. So I decided to stay behind. I have been so preoccupied thinking about stupid Liam, I didn't even notice what was going on with Diana. I kind of suck as a leader, huh? I wanted to ask earlier, so I should take this as an opportunity to learn more about their relationship. I take a seat across from her. She did something unforgivable to me. I cannot sit idly as she says such things. But you came here because you were curious about our history, right? Right on the money. Well, I don't want to talk about it. Not meow. I don't want to talk about it. Not now. Thinking about it makes me sick. But I can tell you this, Amber is not on your side. How can that be? She's a crystal warrior like me. I want to say something, but I can't. I don't really know anything about her. She doesn't like you. She doesn't trust you. And the only reason she even tolerates you is because you're Alex's friend. I know you think she's your ally because she's a crystal warrior and all that, but she's selfish and she is cruel. Damn. She isn't your friend. Damn. Well, what? Va te faire foutre? Foutre. We were just going to welcome you back to headquarters. After all, you did defeat those kids, haven't you? Someone as amazing and powerful as the great Labradorite wouldn't have lost, right? Idiots. You idiots hardly have any reason to laugh considering you both have been embarrassed yourselves quite a number of times. Instead of mocking me, why not reflect on why you failed? You could write an apology letter and hand it to Lady Druzy in person. Shh. I will not let Lady Druzy down again. This time I will defeat those crystal warriors. Are you sure about that, Miss Labradorite? Oh, gotta change the category. Of course I am. Like I said, I am Lady Druzy's most loyal and trusting companion. I admit I had underestimated those crystal warriors. However, unlike some people, I will not lose again. It would be unfitting of someone of my status to make... Whoop. Okay, I guess I'll save. It would be unfitting for someone of my status to make the same mistake twice. Well... I expect to see results from you, Miss Labradorite. Don't disappoint Master Druzy again. What a pain. It's easy to see why a reckless fool like Opal and a predictable child like Onyx lost against them. And since there are so many of them, the usual tactics will not work. Not only do they have raw strength on their side, they also have intelligence and speed as well, and must be prepared for anything. However, I have a few tricks up my sleeve as well. They don't know what hit them. No offense, but why are they here? She gestures aggressively to Liam, Ethan, and Diana. They don't got no magical abilities. They got no business attending team meetings, you know? They're friends and allies. We are part of the team too, and Liam is a crystal warrior. He can't transform. I hate to admit it. Even Di is more useful on our team than he is. And that's another thing. We need to figure out what we're doing with him, you know? Like, we should start thinking about replacing him. This girl is cold. This girl is ice cold. No respect. What? We can't kick him off the team. No, we can't, but if Liam gives up his miracle ink, it'll vanish and we'll be able to recruit someone else. If he really cares about the fate of the world, he'll think about it, you know? It's a total waste having those powers if you're not even going to use them. And it don't look like Liam's heart's going to change anytime soon, you know? But, Valerie, why are you so determined to have him on our team? You have to admit, Amy has a point. Not you too, Sophie. I don't really think he would be beneficial to our team. I've been curious about that for quite a while, but why hasn't Ethan become a magical warrior?
Huh?
Me? She puts on a pair of glasses and stares deeply at him. You're right, Ethan has a pretty good-looking heart jewel, you know? He's a person who cares deeply for his friends and has pretty strong desires to protect them, you know? His heart jewel is pearl white, representing sincerity and purity. I don't know what kinds of powers he would have, but there's no reason he wouldn't make a good candidate. You got it all wrong. I mean, magic? Fighting monsters? I'm not cut out for that sort of thing. I think Liam would be a better choice. He's way more manly and cool than I am. I mean, he's strong and smart and he's a genius. I'd only hold you back. What are you talking about, Ethan? You're the coolest guy I know. I'm not. You know, I joke a lot, but I'm being serious. You're smart and talented and a caring guy. That's right. If someone like me can be a crystal warrior, then you can. Then so can you. Stop it. Stop saying that. Stop downplaying yourself just to make me feel better. You guys don't get it. I'm not like you. Ethan. Ethan, please just listen to us. You're good because you are you. If you just believe in yourself, then you don't have to be anyone else. You can... Stop it. Just stop, okay? I can't. I can't. I'll never be good enough. Oh, Ethan. He runs off before we get a chance to say anything else. What? Ethan, wait. Maybe we should give him some time to breathe. I see. Well, if that's how he really feels, I won't try to convince him otherwise. It's unfortunate, but if he doesn't think he has what it takes, then he probably doesn't, you know? Huh? Anyone who's got a kind heart and a desire to protect others can become a crystal warrior. But if you can't believe you can, it becomes your reality, you know? Those negative feelings, that hesitation and wavering in his heart? The way he is right now, no matter how hard he tries, Ethan will never be able to use the powers of a crystal warrior. It may seem a bit harsh, but like I said, he doesn't really belong to a crystal warrior team meeting. He doesn't really belong at a crystal warrior team meeting anyway, you know? But he's our friend, even if he doesn't have powers. I don't want a sensation of razors slashing at my brain and ooh, yuck! And a familiar nauseating feeling overcomes me. Sophie holds me steadily before I collapse onto the ground from dizziness. Valerie, I'm fine. There's a nightmare nearby. Let's go. I collect myself and follow the rest of my team. Huh? Liam, aren't you coming? You can't transform. Just forget about him. He can at least try, can't he? Let's go, Liam. I grab his hand and drag him along with us. So cold and clammy. Uh-oh. We make our way to the location of the monster. Decorating the field of dozens of tiny green crystals, their glow pulsates in radiating dark energy. In the center is the bare nightmare agent that Alex and Amber defeated before, the crystal prison of their latest victim. I stand in utter disbelief. My legs almost feel like they'll give up underneath me. Ethan! Sylvie lunges towards his crystal prison. However, Amber grasps her arm before she can move. Let me go! Don't be careless. Something is weird. We don't know what we're up against, you know? This is our fault, isn't it? We should have run after him. But... Oh! Welcome, Crystal Warriors! Now that the guests of honor have arrived, let us begin the show! A large bird-like nightmare perches on her arm and lets out a loud, shrill cry. Ooh. Ah! Amber covers her ears and collapses to her knees, whimpering like a puppy. Ooh. Ethan makes a pained expression with his from within his heart crystal prison. Ethan, what happened? Why did Ethan become a nightmare? Unforgivable. Hurting our friend like that is absolutely unforgivable. So what? Someone is weak enough to be turned into a nightmare doesn't deserve to be a background character. Whoa! He should be honored that I even let him play the starring role. Sapphire tightens her fist and begins to shake. We have to do something. So what's the plan? Hey, don't ignore me! None of us can fly, so how can we attack it? I've never fought against the flying nightmare before. Neither have any of us. Me and Amber might be able to keep up on foot, but... He turns to a whimpering Amber curled in a ball in size. We just need a way to attack something in the air. Why don't... I turn to Sapphire and grin. Me? You can make ice under your feet and use it in the air. Your weapon is ranged, too. The rest of us can cover you from the ground. Grrr! I said, don't ignore me! Nightmare! The bird nightmare lets out another shrill screech and soars off. Catch it! Sapphire forms an ice ramp under her feet and begins to skate after the monster, slowly rising into the air. The rest of us attack behind on foot, shooting ranged attacks whenever possible. Labra snaps her fingers and a thick fog surrounds the area. I can't see anything. Diamond! Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm not hurt, but how will we be able to make our way through this fog? Sapphire must be fine from above, but... Your tracker, you can use it to guide you through the fog and... Ah! That's right, I can still use that. If that's Labra's way of trying to stop us, then she sure is stupid. It might not be wise to send any attacks. The tracker might make navigating a bit easier, but aiming is still near impossible. And the ground feels weird for some reason. Finally, the fog starts to thin out, and when it looks like I was right, I can see Sapphire in the nightmare. I also noticed the entire field is covered in teddy bears? That must be what I was stepping on. They're really cute. There's probably hundreds of them covering the field. All different shapes and size and bears. Brown bears, panda bears, white bears, all of them are terribly soft and squishy. So cute! Citrine appears before me in the fog and does a little dance. Right? Diamond, wait, it's a... Trap. The two of us kneel down, I pick up one of the dolls. Its eyes seem to sparkle a little and it looks like it's blushing. Is it my imagination, but did it wink at me? Wait, wink? I drop the bear promptly and stumble back into the bear pile. It moved. They can move. They're alive. Oh my gosh, it's wearing a little hat. Then the bear's expression changes. Diamond! Suddenly all the bears transform into shadowy monsters and attack all at once. It's a trap. Zachary shoots a beam of light destroying the monsters, but more and more of them keep appearing. The two of us are surrounded. I'm really stupid, aren't I? One of the monsters chops me in the back of the neck. The other begins clawing at my skin. Sapphire leaps from her icy platform and runs towards me, shooting ice beams at the surrounding monsters. Wait, Sapphire! Wait, what are these things? Citrine tries to shake off the pile of monsters gnawing at their leg. Citrine, flash! Citrine, flash! They make a desperate attempt to ward them off, but it only seems to make them angry. Even in their blindsided state, they're more than a match for Citrine. There's nowhere to escape. Do you like my little backup dancers? They're a gift from Lazy Druzy herself. She cackles madly and throws another handful of crystal shards into the air, summoning even more monsters. Go, my little shadows! Labra snaps her fingers and teleports away. Valerie! She kneels beside me and immediately begins transferring cool, soothing energy to my body. What about you, Citrine? Are you okay? I'm fine, but I'm a bit scratched up. Diamond took the worst of the damage. Sapphire, the nightmare! I'm sorry, she got hurt. I have to heal her. It's not her fault. Garnet, Citrine, Amber, I will take care of the shadows. Follow the nightmare. It's getting away. The two of them shake off the shadows and run off. Amethyst shoots a flurry of stars at the shadows, defeating them instantly. The monsters are weak, but there are still so many of them. I struggle to move. I have to help, but it's my fault everything went wrong. Sapphire! Sapphire, you were supposed to follow it. I'm sorry, I'll go right now. Just watch Diamond. It's too late, you know. The monster is probably already gone. I can't hear it screeching anymore. Everything happened so quickly. The next thing I know, everyone was lying on the ground helplessly. Our transformations completely dissolved away. I don't know what happened. It just so suddenly... I'm sorry. We couldn't keep up with it. The nightmare circles us, letting out another shrill before flying off. I'm sorry, Ethan. You must be in so much pain right now. Liam walks over to us cautiously. I see his hand shaking as he tightly grips a smartphone-like object. Liam? Crystal Heart Revolution. It's barely a whisper, even so I could hear the desperation in his voice. But the miracle link doesn't respond. My arm hurts. I don't remember when it started, but I must have been baking for a few hours now. My hands are covered in small wounds and my work gloves are sticking clumsily to applied bandages. I haven't seen Liam at all since yesterday. He wasn't there when I showed up for tutoring, and Alex said he hasn't seen him either. I sigh as I continue stirring the cake batter. Crystal Heart Revolution? I remember how quiet and weak he sounded at first. Then his voice became desperate, like his entire life depended on his ability to transform. He looked around frantically, his eyes darting in the direction of each of us. Crystal Heart Revolution! Crystal Heart Revolution! But the miracle link never responded. Ah! I stared blankly at the batter drooling at my feet. What's wrong with me? You need some help in here? Mama stands in the doorway, smiling gently. Mama! She kneels down and begins wiping up the spilled batter. Something on your mind? How'd you guess? She points at my creations and laughs. You don't usually make icing roses these carefully unless you're trying to forget about something. Well, how can I explain this, Mama? I can't hide anything from her. She's too sharp. What do you do when no matter how hard you try, you can't get something right? If you need help with baking, you could have called us down. But practice makes perfect. No matter what matters most is you don't give up. And you don't forget to take your medication. You always forget. Cooking can be dangerous, and it's important that you don't get too distracted while working with something... No, Mama, I'm asking hypothetically for a friend. Well, still please be careful in the kitchen. We don't want a repeat of last time. I roll my eyes. That was when I was like 13, and besides, the bakery's oven are so complicated. Anyway, my friend, the boy who helps me with math, he's like perfect at everything, but he messed up, and I guess he doesn't know what to do. You and Daddy are always making perfect desserts for the shop. That's why I asked you what to do. Your father and I aren't perfect. No one is. Liam is. He's perfect at everything. Literally. He's a genius. He's way better at me than anything. And lately, me and my friends have started a project, and he's having a lot of trouble with his part. Sophie says we should just let him quit and have someone else help us. Does he want to? I don't know. He just kind of got involved, I guess. I never really thought about it. Alex said he thinks Liam wants to protect everyone. But does he actually? As far as I would know, Liam never actually agreed to become a crystal warrior. He's been trying really hard, though. Does that mean he wants to help us? I'm not sure about that. I don't know this boy, and I don't know what men... but I do know that men can be very prideful. I mean, look at your father. He's trying to do everything all by himself, but he's too proud to ask for help. Yeah. But pride? Boys are so weird, and rich boys are even weirder. At the end of the day, it's about whether he wants to help and not if everyone else wants him to. But if he really wants to, then he shouldn't give up after one failure. I see. The question of whether I wanted to be a crystal warrior never crossed my mind. I never thought to ask anyone if they wanted to. It just happened. Thanks, Mama. I head out of the kitchen. I feel a firm grip on my shoulder. Not so fast. Don't make a mess if you're not going to clean it up. Yeah, don't make a mess if you're not going to clean it up. What? I guess I'm saving again. I keep pressing buttons. Oh. Okay, return. She turns me towards the pile of filthy bowls, baking pans, and dishes scattered around the kitchen. I won't give up. The final crystal warrior has to be you. Yay! I arrive at lunch and there's quite a jury mood. Without Ethan around, things just aren't the same. Sophie's completely out of it for the past 2 days. He's practically family to her after all. What's going on? To Ethan, I mean, is he going to die like this? Zachary bursts out what's on everyone's mind. He won't die, right? Onyx told us before when a Lotus was captured, they won't kill him, right? I turn to Diana, but she won't even face me. Well, Amber finally stands up and sighs. When someone's turned into a nightmare, their soul is extracted from their body to make them nightmare, you know? But their energy is absorbed and used to awaken the Princess of Darkness. The longer the nightmare's around, the more energy is absorbed, you know, until there's nothing left to take. So to put it bluntly, he will die. Whoa! Whoa! Not right away, but eventually the nightmare will kill him. I can see Sophie shaking from the corner of my eye. I reach out and hold her hands and she begins to squeeze them a bit aggressively. My hands still hurt from all the cuts I gave myself while cooking last night. Clover isn't staring at me strangely. I hope the pain isn't that obvious. Sophie is probably hurting way more than I am. I squeeze back gently, hoping to comfort her in this small way. So what do we do? Isn't it obvious? We save him. We gotta figure out a plan. We know what to expect, you know? We need to find a way to protect Amy's ears, too. She can't fight like this. Headphones? Sophie speaks up for the first time today. Amy can try wearing noise-canceling headphones. I'm not sure if anything on Earth can handle high-pitched nightmare cries, but it's worth a shot. Oh! I could use a spell to protect them from damage, too, you know? Okay, Clover can handle fighting a high-quality pair for you. As long as we're much more careful this time, we should be fine so long as we work together. I want to include Liam. I brace myself as if I'd be beat up for even mentioning him. What about the 7th Crystal Warrior? About Liam? Forget about him. Val, you need to worry about not getting distracted. I haven't seen him, but his sister says he's okay, so you don't have to worry about him. Liam will just hold us back anyways. We can't waste our time worrying about him. Ethan's life is in danger. Ooh. Sophie rises to her feet and leaves the courtyard without another word. She's right, you know. We need to worry about yourself, you know. You and Zachary. What happened last time was unacceptable, you know? It might have cost us the entire fight. I'm taken aback. I didn't realize how much trouble I'd caused. I'm so stupid. Amber pats my head as if she knows and I know she means no harm. Just be more cautious next time, okay? Why are you so fixated on Liam anyways, you know? Have I fallen in love with him? What? Don't let romance interfere with the mission, you know? She looks at Diana with disgust as she says that. No, that's not it. Alex, you feel the same way. Liam's your best friend. Yeah, but right now our top priority should be saving Ethan. He looks down at his feet and sighs. We'll worry about Liam's replacement later. We handled the Nightmare Agency just fine before. We don't need 7 of us to save Ethan. Alex doesn't talk to me again for the rest of the day. I could tell he really wanted to say something, though. Everyone is so down today. No one is talking to me. I feel so alone. I don't know what to do. My Miracle Ink vibrates in my bag. Wait a sec. 37 North Valley Road. Ooh. That's Liam's address. He won't talk to me, but he might be nicer to you. I don't know. See you later, Val. Don't look so down. I have no idea where that is. I should talk to Liam. He's a Crystal Warrior, too. We should fight together. Diana, what do you think? Should I go? I don't know. I think if you really care about Ethan, you should do whatever it takes to save him. But do you really think that convincing Liam to join us is the answer? That's just it. I don't know. He's a crystal warrior like us. Shouldn't he be helping us? If not, I want to get the miracle link back and find someone who will help. Maybe someone like, I bat my eyelashes and look at Diana, hopefully. Amber will lose her mind. It might be worth it just to see the look on her face, though. Is that allowed? I mean, 2 diamond hearts? That's right, Diana Diamond. You're a diamond like me, aren't you? See? Perfect. The air is overwhelmingly fancy. This is definitely one of those rich neighborhoods in the city. No matter, I don't recognize the address. It took me an hour to get here, too. I hope no one thinks I'm here to cause trouble. I should have worn something nicer. Everyone's gonna think I'm a beggar or something. Jesus Christ. I took a deep breath and approached the door. Hello? A really pretty lady answers the door. Does Liam Farrell live here? Oh, you see Valerie. Liam talked about you before. Liam talks about me at home? I can imagine dozens of complaints he has about me. I almost regret wanting to help him. You have such pretty hair. You're prettier than I expected. What does that mean? Has he been saying things about my hair? Oh, I'm Liam's older sister, Elizabeth. Actually, my brother isn't home right now. Oh, sorry to be bothering you. Wait. Sorry, it's just... Why don't you come inside? I'd like to speak with you. Liam's house is about as fancy on the inside as it looks on the outside. Everything looks brand new and sparkling clean. Take a seat. She sets a cup of tea on the table in front of me and sits down beside me. It smells sweet in combination of a sweet scent and cushy marshmallowy sofas make me almost want to melt into a paddle of satisfaction. Would you like some cookies? I made them myself. She looks at me expectantly. I kind of do want some, but I gotta stay focused. I'm here for a reason. No, thank you. She looks at me and shrugs and smiles for a moment and then shrugs. Suit yourself. In any case, I don't know if you've noticed, but my brother hasn't been himself lately. Actually, our parents are kind of freaking out right now. He's being a bit troublesome at the moment. She scratches her neck and chuckles softly. Liam has been so obedient and easy child, you know? This is the first time he's been difficult. I raise an eyebrow at that. The Liam I know is anything but easy. Maybe for the teachers, but Sophie is always complaining about what a pain in the butt he is. With him giving everyone such a hard time, our mother has been so upset. That just won't do. I can't have him acting like this right now. Now that does sound like Liam. I figured you might be able to speak with him. His friend Alex hasn't been able to get through to him, and he just refuses to listen to me. But he is a teenage boy, so maybe a pretty girl like you could talk some sense into him? She smiles at me expectantly. Liam has never been the type to care about girls, so I doubt just working my adorable magic on him will work. I feel like everything is overstimulating, so much of an influence I can have on him, we aren't even really friends. But for the sake of Ethan, for the sake of our team, I'll have to try my best. I have to talk to him. Do you know where he is? Of course. If he's not at home and he's not with us, he's probably at his apartment? His apartment? She looks at me with a mixture of concern and amusement. You do know where it is, of course. No, I don't even know he had another house. Geez. I knew he had poor manners, but at least I expected him to know how to treat a lady. It's only polite after all. Our parents would be so disappointed. It's fine. It's not like Wait. I mean, no, I don't really mind. Probably better just play along. If she realizes we're barely even friends, she probably won't take me to see him. Well, you just want to talk to him in person. I can drive you there. Elizabeth pulls me up in the driveway of some really high-class looking condos. Of course, this is the kind of place Liam is at. Okay, here it is. Oh, he doesn't respond well to me visiting. You know how boys can be. But I won't be going up with you. Just give me a call when you're ready to leave, okay? She grabs my phone and programs her number in without giving me much of a chance to react. At least I have a ride. These people live so far away from me. Elizabeth, for the last time, it's me. Liam answers the door with a look of complete confusion and surprise on his face. What are you doing? How'd you even find this place? Magic intuition? Go home. I don't want to romance Liam, but I think he deserves to be on the team. Like, I think he deserves to redeem himself for what happened. Like, nobody deserves to feel like they aren't helping with, you know, this sort of situation. Like, everyone, I kind of relate to Liam because everybody is sitting around him telling him, like, oh, you aren't visibly showing signs of wanting to do this. You must not want to do this. And you must be, you know, acting up because you don't want to do this and blah, blah, blah. And negative, negative, negative. And no one has been positive at him. Amber has just been like smacking him with the you're not good enough paddle since the beginning. So of course he would feel like he's not good enough. Like she was like, your heart's not good enough to be a magical warrior. And it's like, no one deserves to be treated like that. So, like, I don't know. I guess if we romance Liam, it's okay. But, like, in this moment, I think Liam deserves a second chance. And there's nothing wrong with saying that. So, I'm going to stay. Wait! I stumbled forward and shoved my arm between the door before he can shut it on me. Gotta bluff. I should have known this wouldn't be easy. I don't know how to get home from here. I'm all out of bus money and my phone battery died. Fine, come inside. I'll call a ride home for you. He stops before opening the door entirely and gives me a death stare. Don't touch anything. He opens the door hesitantly and I practically dive in. Whoa! Your place looks so neat and clean. Actually, in fact, it looks brand new. It doesn't look like an actual person lives here at all, like a display home. My family has it maintained for me for when I'm not around. What was your address again? Crud, I never got a chance to talk to him. Hey, what's this thing? It's a microwave. Did I tell you not to touch anything? I take this opportunity to swipe his phone clean off his hands. Why doesn't your phone have a case? Give it back, I'm trying to call a car for you. Geez, I wish there was a no phone case. I was no phone case, Rich. I suppose this thing's screen hasn't shattered a million Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen. His screen looks like as bad as my own phone does, and there are spider webs all over the screen. She cracked his phone. Oh, what? Speaking of phones, sorry. She cracked his phone screen. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I should have worked through. What's just the screen? It gets... Get out. But leave. I don't care where you... Just get out of here. I'm about to turn away and defeated when I notice something shivering from the corner of my eye. I'm gonna keep pushing. Liam, you know your Miracle Link functions as a cell phone, right? He stares at me blankly. I know you're not that stupid. It won't turn on. I ignore his remarks and keep going. I have to say what I came here to say. Do you even want to use it? You won't give it up, but then you act like you don't even care. Which is it? He opens his mouth to argue, so I won't let him. I'm going to say what I came here to say. If you don't want to be a crystal warrior, just say so. If you do, then come fight with us. We won't be angry with you. If you don't want to help us, then just say so. It's your decision. You have to decide what you want. No one else can. It's fine to run away just because you failed one time. You just don't get it, do you? He looks at me with disgust, like I'm too stupid to understand him. This really sets me off. I clench my fist, barely holding the urge to punch him in the gut. Don't get what? That you're a wishy-washy coward? I fail at stuff all the time. I suck at baking. I barely understand algebra. I got beat up by nightmares like a dozen times. But I don't give up. I even got into the same school as you because I kept going. Ethan was right. I'm not smart or strong, but I'm still able to fight. I'm still able to keep going without giving up. I keep going because I have people I want to protect. And even when I failed over and over again, because I'm not a big, stupid, scaredy cat like you. You're stupid, spoiled, and selfish. You think the world revolves around you when it doesn't go your way, and you cry about it and run away. Not everyone is fit to be a crystal warrior, but I am. Are you? If you really want to be a crystal warrior, then stop being an idiot and fight. And if you don't, I snatch his mirror link from his hands. I trip over myself, though, and end up falling to the ground, and then I notice my body is shaking and my heart is pounding so hard the neighbors might hear. Liam is taken aback. He lets out a sigh. Right now. Right now, all I want is for you to go home. I sigh. Whatever. I'm sorry for bothering you, Liam. I'll drive you home. Huh? The ride home was dead silent. I couldn't think of anything to say. I feel awkward and embarrassed and kind of scared. I can't say anything, can I? I exit the car and suddenly feel a firm tugging on my ear. Hey! Your phone battery didn't really die, did it? That's when he shuts the door and drives off. He knew? He knew I was lying all along? Did you talk to Liam? Alex nudges my arm. He was really worried, huh? I don't know if Liam even cares, but Alex truly sees him as a best friend, huh? So... Huh? Not you, Sophie. Oh, that's right. We sit at the park awkwardly, waiting for the others to arrive. Sophie looks still. She's aggressively squeezing my hands again, and she feels a little cold. Now that I think about it, this must be the first time Sophie's ever cut class as far as I know. She's already been freaking out enough as it is. Having to cut class must be driving her nuts. Clover and Zachary finally arrive on the scene with Amber in tow. She's disgusting. I'm never going out with that mangy mutt again. She tosses a paper shopping bag with little care where it lands. Zachary swiftly catches it before it hits the ground, however. He opens the bag and pulls out a pair of sturdy-looking headphones. The design is perfect, too, as expected of Clover and Zachary. I wonder if they had them custom-made somehow. These are nuts. They probably can handle the noise even without any magical help. Great. Hey, Sophie, are you going to be alright? I'm seriously worried for her when she looks like she's going to start tearing her hair out. Clover stares at me, then at our hands. Oh, right. She reaches into her purse and tosses another small bag at Sophie. Huh? Sophie clumsily opens the bag and pulls out a frog-shaped stress ball. Aww. For you, I think Valerie's hands could use a break. You seriously owe me one, Sophia. Clover winks and smiles gently. Yes, thank you. Sophie shuffles nervously. Now what? Now... She shoves a half-eaten sandwich in her mouth. My god, Amber does not give a fuck. Amber does not care. Now we'll have to chore. Huh? Now we have to wait. Huh? We shouldn't do something. Track them down or something? We can't do nothing, you know? We don't know where Ethan's nightmare is, you know? It's not like we've been very active. It's been very active since the other day. It's weird, you know? It's really weird. What are we waiting for? We could have been attacked ages ago and probably would have won. That's why we have to purify him as soon as we can. What if it never shows up and it slowly saps off all of Ethan's life? I doubt it. The nightmares want to attack. They need to, you know? Otherwise, they could have just did that from the start, you know? I don't know, the nightmares all seem kind of stupid. I certainly can't imagine Opal coming up with a plan like that. Would you cut the crap already? Oh, excusez-moi, are you jealous perhaps? Hell no. What's with the bringing the nightmare back here? It's fucking creepy. Ethan's nightmare nests in the corner. It radiates dark energy and stares intently at Opal. Yeah, by the way, why didn't you just finish them off then and there? They probably formulated a plan by now. Sigh. This is why you got beat so many times before. Perhaps the concept of patience is too mature for a child like you. Shut up, you old hag. Old hag? Who are you calling old, you bratty half-pint? Labra punches Opal and Onyx in the stomachs and scoffs. Ow, what the hell? What'd you hit me for? I didn't even do anything. Shut up. So what's the secret plan of yours, Miss Labradorite? Yeah. Chris seems to... Actually. Chris seems to materialize out of nowhere. It's none of your business. Could it be you're used to that thing? Huh? That thing? You're hiding something from us. Labra slaps her heels in the wolfman's foot and he shrieks in pain. Shut up, stupid dog! And you! She turns to Chris and jabs her finger under her chest. Don't be so cocky. I'm still Lady Druzy's #1, you understand? Me, I am. Right. What's with that tone? She pisses me off so much. I let a deep breath escape from me as I turn to my side and feel the grass between my fingers. All there is left for us to do is wait? I can't bring myself to go home. None of us could. Sophie, Clover, Alex, Zachary, Amber, and me, we've all been too worried to leave. We have to stay together, just in case. I don't know how long we've been just lying here in silence. Maybe hours? Maybe a few minutes? Feels like centuries, but at the same time, it feels like only a few seconds have passed. Every minute feels too long, but not long enough. A familiar nauseated feeling returns to my gut. My heart races as I jolt up from the grass. Everyone looks at me with the same knowing look. Labra's back. I checked the tracker on my phone. I already know exactly where to meet her. I don't know if we'll be able to take her on, but for Ethan, for my best friend, I can't give up. I hope my words get through to Liam, but none of that matters anyway. Right now I have to focus on one thing and one thing only. Bring my friends back. I run towards the track where Labra created her stage last time. Royal Heart Metamorphosis. Crystal Heart Revolution. The Shining Crystal of Love and Hope. Magical Warrior Diamond Heart. The Shining Crystal of Intelligence and Clarity. Magical Warrior Sapphire Heart. The Shining Crystal of Fantasy and Starlight. Magical Warrior Amethyst Heart. The Shining Crystal of Joy and Fortune. Magical Warrior Citrine Heart. The Shining Crystal of Courage and Protection. Magical Warrior Amber Heart. The Shining Crystal of Passion and Devotion. Magical Warrior Garnet Heart. Hurting our precious friend like that, taking advantage of him and turning him into a monster, is absolutely unforgivable. Labra waves her hand and dramatically and bows. Welcome, Crystal Warriors, to the grand finale. She raises her hand into the air and snaps her fingers. Ethan's nightmare lets out a horrifying screech and circles above her, his eyes glowing a friendly red color. I turn to Amber and see how she's holding up. She nods and tells me she is okay. Thank goodness, Sophie's idea worked. Of course it did. Sophie is smart. Ethan's nightmare lets out another last cry before flying off. Labra wastes no time to summon her shadow minions. I watch his nightmare jolt and jitter in the air frantically. Something's off. The way he's moving is sporadic and violent, like he's in pain. How dare they? He's suffering so much. How could they take advantage of his pain like that? We have to save him before it's too late. Don't worry, Ethan. I'll personally make sure they pay for hurting you that much. Labra's shadow surrounds me from all angles, but above, I take a defensive stance and draw my sword. Above, that's right. I crouch down as small as I can, feeling the energy build up inside of me. With all of my might, I leap into the air. Oh, magical girl time. Magical girl time. Whoop whoop. Higher. Higher. Oh crap, I forgot how high this is. My mind is spinning and my heart is racing. I try my hardest not to panic and take a deep breath. I thrust my sword in front of me and aim for the shadows, shooting a flurry of crystals at my targets. Twinkle Diamond Shower! The shadows disappear in a burst of dark dust and crystal shards. My landing is just as graceful as last time, but my legs are sting horribly. I almost collapse to the floor in pain, but I suck it up. Sapphire chases the nightmare from her icy platform, while Citrine and Amber follow from the ground. Oh, Garnet has an axe? Cool. Garnet and Amethyst fend off the shadows from their path. The pair joins hands, their free hands jutting outwards. Cosmic Inferno! The ground shakes, fire rises from the earth, and stars pelt the shadows from above. I flinch and brace myself, but I realize their magic has no effect on me. In fact, it makes me stronger. Maybe it's just my imagination, or am I just feeling more confident today? I take a look around me. There's an overwhelming aura of confidence. We're doing it for Ethan. It's all going to be over soon. With the majority of the shadows taken care of, I run off and join Sapphire, Zachary, Amber in their pursuit of the Ethan's nightmare. Citrine Flash! A bright white light floods the area. The nightmare shakes violently and stumbles in its flight like a plane shot mid-flight. It moves as if it has no real control over its movements any longer. Now's my chance. Sapphire! I propel myself into the air with all my strength and thrust my arm towards hers. She catches me and pulls me onto the platform with her. She clasps her hands together, allowing us to use her step. I hop from her clasped hands and flail wildly in the air towards the nightmare. I grip its fingers, which causes it to flail violently. Ethan, I'm sorry! I summon my sword, using my legs to grip the bird, like a rider holding onto a wild bull. I stab the blade into the thick layer of dark feathers. Diamond Rose Aurora! An explosion of light, energy, and crystals engulf the bird, and I'm thrown to the ground by the strength of the blast. We did it! I breathe a sigh of relief and relax my body, and the others run over to join me. However, I quickly realize that something is wrong. It's too quiet, and there are no lights. Nothing but the persistent, dark, chilling, nauseating aura of the nightmare. Labra cackles and madly as the fog and dust clear the area. In the middle of it all stands Ethan's nightmare, completely unscathed. How? It doesn't make any sense. He should be purified. Holy Sapphire Blizzard! Sapphire takes the initiative and wastes no time performing another purification attack at the nightmare. Amethyst Starlight Explosion! Citrine Golden Sunshine! Amethyst and Citrine follow suit. Frost and wind beams of golden energy, hundreds of stars, crystals, and crystal shards pelt the monster. Ground shakes and explosions of cosmic energy blast the area. The nightmare shrieks and screeches horribly, but the otherwise seems unaffected by the attacks. But why? Labra cackles and flashes a wicked, twisted grin. Your attacks won't work anymore, Crystal Warriors. What does she mean won't work? How can that be? How can we save him if our attacks won't work? This can't be right. She's bluffing. I dash off, sword in hand, swinging wildly at the nightmare. It just takes off as if I'm nothing more than a fly. Diamond Rose Aurora! Diamond Rose Aurora! Diamond, that's enough. It's over. We can't give up on Ethan. I know it's hopeless. I know that. I still have to try. Ethan, please wake up. A cool breeze blows in my direction. I turn to see Sapphire smiling gently. Ethan, please do not think you're not good enough. She skates over towards the monster and delivers a powerful icy punch. The nightmare shrieks in anger and begins to take off, and immediately is slammed into the ground. Ethan, you have friends who love you very much. Please don't give up. Citrine joins us. Blasts of light and fire engulf the area. Ethan, don't you realize how important you are to us? We barely know each other, but you're my friend too. Struggle as much as you want, Crystal Warriors. It's over. I've won. I know it's probably hopeless. I know this won't work, and maybe we're just wasting our time. I know I'm not smart. I know I'm clumsy. I know I can be an airhead, and I suck at baking. I failed algebra, but my friends always have to save me. I laugh. My friends are always there for me, even Ethan. No, seriously, Ethan, I don't know what I would do without him in my life. I guess I don't know when to give up. Diamond Rose Aurora! I leap towards the monster, slashing my sword through its thick feathers. It doesn't work. I already know it wouldn't, but I can't give up hope. I know Ethan is in there. I know. The last of my energy leaves my body, and I feel myself fall to the ground. But instead of hitting the cold ground, I land on something soft and warm. I raise my head and rub my eyes. Though my blurred vision tired, I see a mop of golden hair and emerald green eyes. Liam? He showed up. Just in time to save us, huh? I wonder if he's been there the entire time, watching my pitiful display. He must know it's too late then. He places me gently on the grass and walks slowly towards the nightmare. Liam stares Ethan's nightmare strangely, as if he understands what he's feeling. Crystal Heart Revolution. Nothing, of course. It doesn't matter anymore, but I'm happy he tried. Crystal Heart Revolution! How pathetic. This is just sad. All of you. Sad, miserable, pathetic individuals. Why even bother trying at the sport? I've won. You've lost. Just give up and face your deaths with the last shred of dignity you have left. I'm done running away. He squeezes his miracle ink and turns to me.
I'm sorry.
You're right, Valerie. I couldn't have given up. I tried to run away instead of challenging my insecurities head on. I want to fight. I want to become a crystal warrior. His miracle ink glows invitingly. as if cheering him on, cheering us all on.
Crystal Heart Revolution!
Yeah!
The shining crystal of kindness and loyalty. Emerald Heart.
Magical Warrior Emerald Heart! Is this me? Wow. Wow, Liam is pretty. Damn. Emerald Heart. Shining flower petals dance in the wind. Liam, or Emerald, just stands there completely dumbfounded. Then his face turns into one of determination. He leaps into the air and sleeps his vest, and the sleeves of his vest spread into feathered wings. He looks like a bird. I can't believe what I'm seeing. He summons his weapon, an emerald bow and arrow, and aims it at the nightmare. As he does it, my own weapon begins to glow and pulsate in my hands. I almost drop it in shock, but then I look around. Me, Sapphire, Amethyst, Citrine, Amber, Garnet, and Emerald, our weapons are all glowing in unison. Wait! I know what to do. I run towards the center of the battle and clutch Sapphire's hand. We can't do it alone. None of us can. I reach my hand out towards Emerald's. He lands and takes it with his own. This time it feels warm and friendly. I smile. One by one, each of us takes each other's hand until we're connected in a circle. I close my eyes and take a deep breath. We have to show Ethan he isn't alone. We all love you, Ethan. We're not giving up on you. We'll bring you back. Together. Our weapons shine brightly and ascend into the air above us. Magic and bright lights swirl in the center, and it fades. A brand new object appears in their place. A cannon? As it drops, the 7 of us reach towards it and grab it. It's massive, too big for just one of us to use. We have to use it together. We aim, take position. This is our last shot. I listen to the words forming deep in my heart. Rainbow, crystal, dream explosion! Rainbow lights engulf the area, and a massive burst of energy, crystal, and magic hit the monster. Ice, starlight, light, fire, lightning, nature, and love. All our powers combined into a powerful explosion. The nightmare dissolves away, leaving a tiny heart-shaped pearl behind. I take it in my hand and deliver it safely to Ethan's crystal prison. The others follow close behind. As the jewel makes contact, the crystal fades away and Ethan is released. Finally. You! How could I have lost? You'll regret this, you! Sapphire dashes towards Labra, but it's too late. She snaps her fingers and teleports away. I dissolve away my transformation and let out a huge sigh of relief. He's waking up! Ethan! Ethan, are you okay? I'm sorry. I didn't. It's okay. We should have taken your feelings into consideration. I didn't know. Sophie pulls him into an embrace and sobs. I was worried. I thought I'd never see you again. You're back. You're alive. Thank God you're back. Everyone piles into a massive sobbing cuddle pile. Everyone except Liam. He ruffles the boy's hair and smiles, the first genuine smile I've seen him make. Welcome home, Ethan. Oh, this is so sweet. This is so sweet. Alex laughs and pulls him down, brings him into our group hug. I'm glad you're safe, Ethan. It's over. Thank goodness. Ah, I'm late. Mama, why didn't you wake me up sooner? I dash off in a panic. Why does this keep happening to me? I rush down the street and through the halls and find myself hitting the cold, hard floor. Ow. Ow? I feel a brief moment of confusion before I realize I slammed into someone else. Oh, I'm sorry. I scramble to my feet and reach out my hand, and I help her as well. She refuses to take it, however, and looks away. Then I notice how gorgeous she is. I shake my head when I realize I've been staring. I'm sorry, I guess they say no running in the halls for a reason. Are you okay? You look a bit... She looks tired and pained. I hope I didn't hurt her.
It's fine.
Don't worry, I wasn't paying attention. She mumbles and twirls her hair in her finger. Ah, what? Your hair, it's so long and pretty. I have this friend, his name's Zachary. Their name's Zachary, and they love doing hair. They would like totally go bananas over it. What's your name? My name's Valerie Amaranth. Chandra Mahajara. What? Don't you have to get to class? Crud, she's right. Oh, right, duh. I'll talk to you later, okay? I skip off to my class and smile. Today's going to be a good day. I can't take it anymore. This is the worst. What's the worst? I take a seat next to Clover and begin to chow down. She's uncomfortable because of that. Sapphire points towards a cloud of students pressing their face against the window. They won't go away. Everyone keeps staring at us. I hate it. I knew this would happen eventually. Alex scratches his neck and glances at Liam. See, Liam and I usually rotate our lunch areas because of this exact reason. It's not because it's never been this bad before. I guess there's more people to stare at and there's a bigger crowd. I turn to look at the people sitting next to me. The wealthy boy genius, Liam Faro. The basketball star and most popular guy in school, Alex Harvey. The mysterious and glamorous celebrity new girl, Clover Vermillion. The student council vice president, Sophia Anderson. The everly fashionable and flashy Zachary Petier. Not to mention Amber, who seems to have gotten her fair share of fans for her unique style and flair in the short amount of time she's been here. Me and Ethan Diana must be the only normal people here. Diana has pink hair. Although I'm not sure if an alien catgirl and a nerdy Fudanshi count as normal people. Oh, Jesus. Diana's a serious problem, duh, you know. Bits of meat fly out of Amy's mouth as she speaks. The others look at her in obvious disgust, although I'm not sure she really cares. What? She gulps down and takes a big sip of pop to wash down the frankly ridiculous amount of food she was chewing. This is a problem, you know? She leans in a bit closer and lowers her voice. The only place we've got for team meeting. This is the only place we've got for team meetings, you know? That's right, we need a proper place to meet up. We can't do it here. Even if I had a bigger place for lunch, I'm sure our fan club will find us again. That's right, we need a place with more privacy.
Now we're talking.
I might have not been here as long as you guys, but I scouted the city and found some real great HQs. None of them are delis, I hope. No, you wouldn't be able to appreciate the cuisines at fine dining locations such as Noah's Meat Ark anyway, you know? Noah's Meat Ark sounds like a awesome place for a church, though. What the heck? Only if you want my uncle's cousin's Ned buzzing around and asking about this generation's preference between corned beef and smoked ham. That sounds like a man after my own taste buds. But we're getting off track, you know? Besides that, I'm thinking are more isolated places, you know? Places more appropriate for heroes, like swamps. Yeah, swamps! Swamps are great. We might not look like it, but this entire city was actually built on a swamp. You know, but the name is actually derived from... Ethan cuts her off before she gets the chance to info dump on us. You want to spare us the history lesson for now, so... maybe next time. But in any case, in terms of actual swamps, there's a great wetland nearby that I've been to before with Val and Ethan. I don't know, Sophie, that place is crawling with worms. I shudder at the thought. A wet, slimy swamp is a hangout? I feel like I'm gonna barf. Yeah, we could be like Robin Hood, a group of outlaws fighting the good fight. Wouldn't that be so cool? Hard pass on the swamp. We are not living in the Dark Ages. Well, the places I've been thinking are all abandoned hospitals, or the prison I've been eyeing.
Are you stupid?
Are you aware of trespassing is a Class B misdemeanor? Only if you get caught, you know?
Seriously?
Real estate and property laws do not work however you think they work, Amber. Any hospital or prison in the city or either a historic site undergoing renovation for new usages or used for filming.
Yeah.
Narc. What if there are none of those, you know? Then they're filled with junkies and asbestos. I remember my parents telling me they had to pass on a new building for the bakery because it had asbestos in it. I don't remember what that stuff does to you, but I remember it was pretty bad. Amber, You can go into these hoarded buildings by yourself. I don't think anyone else here would be interested in getting killed or something, or starting up a criminal record. Oh, jeez. Fine, one of you thinks of something better, you know. I twirl my bangs and my fingers and think. Oh, maybe that's... maybe. That's right. There's Clover and Liam. They're both filthy rich. Can you imagine a mansion as a hideout? Sophie looks at me and grins knowingly.
I have an idea.
I know the perfect place.
Seriously?
Where? Well... Zachary and Alex seem to have realized as well. The four of us flash our best smiles at the two millionaires sitting among us.
What?
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 Why are you eyeing me like that? You know exactly where this is going. No way. Absolutely not. I will die before I let you people into my house. He's dead serious about that one. Besides, his parents are kind of, they really freak me out. Doesn't Liam have a condo of his own, though? Liam gives me a death glare and mumbles something probably rude under his breath, but I don't care. Serves him right for bullying me so much at tutoring. Liam, you never told me about that! He never told his boyfriend about his secret apartment. Oh no, the lovers. Because I didn't want you to show up. While the two of them bicker, Zachary flashes Clover in absolute puppy dog eyes. The most adorable puppy dog eyes I've ever seen. Oh, Clover, I'm dying to see your mansion. Pretty, please? Didn't you tell me once your dad is never around? It'll be perfect. Come on. Liam, how could I call myself your bro, your numero uno, your best friend if you hide something important from me like that? You don't have to call me that. Now get off me. Clover, please. I just have to get a glimpse of the celebrity mansion that's always been my life's dream. That's... Wait a minute, you guys. Ethan takes a stand and clears his throat. This is getting us nowhere. We have to choose this scientifically. He grabs Liam and Clover by the hands and leads them to the center of our group. What are we doing? We're going to choose the new hideout using... He pauses for dramatic effect. Sophie laughs and rolls her eyes. Rock, paper, scissors. What?
Seriously?
That's the best I could come up with. Besides, lunch is almost over and you guys weren't getting anywhere. All right. Rock, paper, scissors, go. Ah! Looks like Clover's house is the winner. Yay! No! Let's get out. Let's go. 2 out of 3. Don't be a sore winner, Clover. I have to get ready. That is. I need to prepare myself. I mean, my home. So you cannot come over tonight. I will prepare and I will pick you up tomorrow after class. That is all right. Sure. Do you need any help? I can help. Sure. Only Zachary may come. What about me? Shouldn't I come along too? No. She grabs their arm and runs off. Don't you think she was acting suspicious? Huh? What do you mean? By the way, she got all fidgety and nervous, you know? She's got to be hiding something from us, you know? I don't think we have to worry. She's probably just shy about guests. Besides, you didn't exactly have a good impression on her with all that talk about abandoned buildings. Not to mention anyone would shudder at the idea of you being in their house. Can it, Blondie? Why can't we meet up at Alex's place, you know? My family's too big and there's not enough room. We'd never have privacy. You know that, Ms. My house is way too small. Plus, there's the bakery. People might overhear us. We need a large place in a private area. Some place that doesn't get a lot of traffic or visitors. Clover and Liam are perfect candidates. It's either that or they rent us a house. Either way, we kind of need them. It's fine. Zachary's going with her anyways, I mean. It's a bit crazy, but they're not a bad guy, and we can trust them. The 7 rainbow jewels burning, blah, 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 magical warrior crystal dream? How could this be? It makes no sense. I did everything right. I even used all new dark crystals, so how? Miss Labradorite. Don't speak to me. Isn't that who doesn't speak with you, Miss Labradorite? Master Druzy would like to have a word with you. What does she want to discuss with me? The other two agents are already there waiting for you, Miss Labradorite. It is urgent. Please tell her I need another chance. It wasn't my fault, I swear. This new power, we haven't seen anything like it before. If she would just give me one more chance, I promise I... Take it up with Master Druzy, not me. But what about the Crystal Warrior? Shouldn't I? I will handle your assigned Nightmare Agent duties for the time being. Do not upset Master Druzy by making her wait any longer. If you could just let me explain, Ooh, slap! Slap! Got him! You! How dare you! I am a higher ranking agent, and I... Enough with your insolence, Labradorite! You will go to Master Druzy's office as ordered by Master herself. It wasn't my fault. I don't want to sleep. Dang. Waiting. Clover should be here any minute to take us to her house. But I'm so bored. You could be a good daughter and help mom and dad out with the shop like I am. Ooh, cute brother. Shut up, Nolan. You're barely even here to help out anyway now, dummy. That's because I'm busy with class. I'm a junior now. Things are getting serious. How can I be done with the 3.8 GPA? Good job, Nolan. 3.8 GPA, that's pretty good. Well, why don't you shoot for a 4.0 next time? Stop rubbing it in. I shoved my stupid brother away from me and pressed my face against the bakery window. Where is she? What Amber said is starting to get into my head. Maybe we should have picked Sophie or Ethan's house. Diana pushes a strawberry into my nose. You're making a face. I chomped the strawberry from her hand and licked my lips. It's just, I don't know, Amy is getting all in my head. All this talk about betrayal is making me nervous. Amber is never right about anything. I mean, someone who eats donuts from the trash. Ooh, gross. I just say that person really cares about not wanting a perfectly good donut. What? No, I mean, it's not... It's your trust that made Liam come to his senses when Amber totally gave up on him. Don't worry about Amber. Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah, Diana, you're right. Maybe I'm just really nervous about going to a new place. Of course I am. You have to trust your companions. If you don't, who can you trust? Yeah, who can you trust? Amber may be gross, selfish, insensitive, filthy, arrogant jerk, but she's not stupid. Amber is just being needlessly paranoid. She'll get over it. I wonder how Diana really feels about Amber. She seems to at least be having a bit of respect for her, even if they don't get along. Hey! Zachary skips up the stairs to the bakery with a big grin on their face. I look around, but I don't see Clover with them. Where's Clover? Oh, right. That's right, Cloves is feeling a bit shy. We're gonna meet her at her place. Everyone is already in the car. We gotta get everything ready right now. After a long and boring drive, we finally make it to the Vermilion Mansion. Her house is so far away, we definitely didn't think this through. How are we supposed to get here on a daily basis? Okay, she should have been waiting for us outside. Oh! Here she is. They run off and pull a tiny brown arm from behind the bushes. Welcome. So are you ready? You don't have to. I'm fine. What's going on with Clover? She lets us through the gates of her estate. An incredibly neat and proper looking butler arrives. Follow me inside. I'll show them around. Tell the rest of the wait staff to stay away until I can call for them specifically. Are we clear? She turns away and swiftly leads us into her home. As I walk through the doors of her mansion, my heart nearly stops. I've been in huge buildings, but this is a person's home? At least a dozen maids are scattered throughout the halls, and it feels like something out of a fairy tale. Clover grabs my arm and pulls me back into reality. We're forced to hurry through the halls and up, down twisted staircases without much time to look around. Then she stops in front of a door. Her hand shakes as she turns the knob. She takes a deep breath and enters. Well, this is my room. Her room is perfectly cute and regal looking, a room fit for a porcelain Victorian doll. She closes her bedroom door behind us, making sure to lock it carefully. And then she takes a seat on the bed and begins fidgeting and twirling her hair. Take a seat anywhere you like. But before we do anything, I have something to say. I mean, if we're going to be in my home, we'll figure out eventually, but I don't want it to be a shock, so... Is this how you were acting is this about how you were acting yesterday, you know? Amber! Would you leave her alone already? I know you're mad at me, but you don't have to take it out on my friends, you colossal... Shut up, both of you! If you would let me speak, you would understand, you disgusting, filthy mutt. If you ever speak to me in that tone again, I'll have you muzzled. Is that clear? She stomps up towards her, jabbing her perfectly manicured finger into Amy's chest. Despite her miniature size, Clover is imposing and full of authority. Like a queen. Yes, queen. Slay. Okay, got it. She turns up her nose and pouts. She seems to be more relaxed, though. She takes a deep breath and closes her eyes. Valerie, she turns to me. Do you remember when I transferred to Sinclair Academy and those awful rude girls accused me of lying about my family? They said Lotus Vermilion never had a sister? I do remember that. I know Lotus has siblings, but not much is known about them. I don't think anything of it. You know, that's because for many people in the world, I know her as... Oh! She barely whispers the last word, and I can't understand her. Huh? I said I'm known as her little brother. Please don't hate me. I'm sorry I lied. I was scared. Oh, I get it now that you mention it. Lotus did mention a brother in an interview in a Cooking Kingdom Monthly about her favorite bakery in the city. She said the kid was extremely private and didn't like being in the spotlight. But the two of them enjoyed mille fleurs at Cidrine Patissier. I breathe a sigh of relief and hug her. She freezes and I jump away. Oh crud, I forgot. You don't like being touched like that. I'm so sorry. I was just worried is all. You guys still want to be my friend? I told you it would be fine. Zachary hops up and beams. You're not alone here, right, Ethan? They grab Ethan's arm and suddenly pull him forward. Yeah. I'm the same as well, you know, the other way around. And Zachary here is, well, they're a good friend. So we totally understand. We won't tell anyone, okay? Even Valerie? I was worried she's not very trustworthy with secrets, you see. Honest to a fault and awfully dense. That's why I could not bring her here. I was worried she would blather to everyone in school. And then I would have to do something incredibly regretful to her. Oh no. Huh? I can keep a secret? Besides, why would I tell everyone about that? I feel hurt, but I guess I deserve it for doubting her. You can trust her with this one. Clover looks down and shuffles her feet. Thank you. She takes a deep breath. Okay, now we have to do what we came here for. I've actually gotten an area ready for our meeting. She leads us outside a small college. This girl is like a cartoon character or something. No one should be allowed to be this rich. We can also train and practice out here. No one is out here but the waitstaff, and they know better than to snoop on Papa's handles private affairs at some... as Papa handles private affairs at home quite often. So no worries about prying eyes. She beams with pride and we awkwardly take a seat, with the exception of Liam, who makes himself annoyingly at home. So, we look at each other awkwardly, sighing and twiddling our fingers. It's like we finally can talk in peace, but we have nothing to say. I have something to say. I think now is the perfect time for some answers. Diana spoke to us a bit, but she doesn't seem to know much. Diana poops into her kitten form and burrows herself into my arms to avoid making contact. That is very true. For example, why is it that we can transform our clothing when we transform? What exactly is a crystal warrior, and how does someone become one? Where are you guys from? Are there any other fairies living here on Earth? Where did all the monsters come from, and why are we being targeted? Okay, you know, I'm kind of an expert on crystal warrior stuff, you know, so ask me anything. Okay. Oh, it's exposition dump time. Okay, time to get some answers. Alright, I'm gonna pick in just a second. What is a crystal warrior? So, like, to start off, what exactly are we? I know we're supposed to be superheroes, but I still don't really understand. Amber beams if she's been waiting to talk about this for ages. I'm so glad you asked, you know? Oh man, where to start though, you know? She fidgets and paces before whipping out a huge textbook from, I don't even know. She flips through the pages before landing on the one she wants. Here! The story of the Crystal Warriors. No one really knows where they came from. It's been so long, you know? Some people say that they must have been gods. Others say they were genius magicians. My favorite story is this one. Long, long back when Glimmer was still young, there was a Lumine princess. She was beautiful, kind, and everyone loved her, and that made her brother, the prince, very jealous. You see, he was kind of a jerk and smelled weird, so people was ignoring him, you know? He was so mad he turned against his people. The prince became an evil prince. Creative, right? He tried to steal her power, and in order to protect her people from the evil overlord, the princess tore out her own heart jewel. You will never use my heart for evil, she said, you know? And she just ripped it out right there. And like that, she did that, her heart shattered and separated into 7 pieces. The pieces eventually reached the chosen heroes, the first Crystal Warriors, and granted them powers, you know? They used their magic to defeat the evil prince, and that's basically the legend of the Crystal Warriors. It's cute, but to be honest, it's really unlikely that's what we know, but it's unlikely with what we know about the Crystal Warriors. Anyone can be a Crystal Warrior, you know? There's no chosen heroes. Besides, tearing out your own heart and breaking it like that is impossible. What we do know is that the powers come from your heart jewel, and they always appear when we need a miracle, you know? A kind of pure, unwavering heart full of love and faith that wants to protect the people and is all you need to become a Crystal Warrior. What is a Lumine? You mentioned Lumine before. What is that? Diana steps before Amy gets a chance to speak. Lumine are just another being from Glimmer. They're extremely powerful magic beings, so us fairies often see them as our guardians and protectors. Although some of us are proud to be their protectors too. Amy rolls her eyes and scoffs. Princess Rosalia is a Lumine. Even though some people think of her as weak, she actually does have outstanding magical powers. That's why the Nightmare Agency is looking for her. Yeah, she's supposedly really strong. Lumine magic is supposed to be able to lift the sun and the moon, even tidal waves, all kinds of crazy stuff, you know? They're basically like super crazy ultra mega fairies or something, you know? Even if Rosalia can't use it herself, Druzy can, and her power would be enough to instantly reawaken the Princess of Darkness and destroy the world. Ooh. So ideally we have to make sure Druzy doesn't find her, you know, unless she's dead. She's probably dead, honestly, but Diana won't admit it. Ahem. Anyway, Rosalia is the last one. The others knew this would happen if Druzy turned them into nightmares, so they sacrificed themselves and destroyed their heart crystals so she couldn't use them. What? What? You don't mean the group became completely silent? Amy just gives us a sad look and she shuffles her feet awkwardly. So, yeah, you know? Okay, that got dark. Heart jewels? Those are... She transforms into her tiny dog form and points to her head. This thing. This is my heart jewel. It's amber. The gemstone on our clothes as fairies is our heart jewel. You guys have one too. Everyone has one actually, you know? It's like our physical souls. Humans usually have theirs inside their bodies, you know? But fairies like me keep theirs outside. When you guys become crystal warriors, your heart jewels become visible on your clothes. It's pretty useful. We can tell when something's wrong by looking at our heart jewels. By looking at our heart jewels glow, you know? As long as the heart jewel is okay, theoretically the body can die without your soul dying with it, you know? What? It's pretty impossible to pull off. You can't just pluck your soul out and put it in a new body all willy-nilly, you know? Huh? Sophie perks up. Why not, though? The heart jewel is like your entire consciousness, right? If it has a physical form, why can't fairy doctors transplant it into a new body? I never died before, and I never will, but I imagine it's a pretty traumatic experience, you know? There's so much trauma that could destroy a heart jewel instantly. It would take a miracle to save a heart jewel from a dying body. Those implications are really scary. Okay. Who are the nightmares? What's up with the nightmare agency? The nightmare agency, obviously they're the bad guys, you know? They trap people in dark crystals and drain their energy. The more negative, the better, you know? Then they die. Their energy sucked out till they ain't got nothing left. No more soul, no nothing, you know? They're led by an evil fairy named Druzy. She wants to reawaken the Princess of Darkness by using the dark energy collected from her victims. See, Druzy's the leader of the gang, but she ain't the final boss, you know? The Princess of Darkness is a nasty woman. She wants to turn everyone into a vegetable, sleeping forever, you know? The previous Crystal Warriors sacrificed their lives to seal her away, and Druzy, she betrayed us. She used us. Used? Druzy used to work for the King and Queen. She was an incredibly talented magician and scientist. She used her status to gain access to highly classified information in order to pull this off. Rumor has it she used to work for the former Crystal Warriors too. She was there the whole time, planning to betray everyone, you know? I don't know why they're doing this, but I do know she has to be stopped before anyone else gets killed, you know? I just wish I could have stopped her sooner. What's a fairy? What are you guys anyway? Why do you guys look like a toy dog? I ain't a dog, you know? I'm a fairy. You look like a dog, not a fairy. Or maybe a rabbit. Definitely not a fairy. Humans get such a strange ideas about what others are supposed to look like. Don't you ask yourselves why dogs look like fairies, you know? Whatever, I'm a fairy. We're from a planet called Glimmer. We had to travel a long way to get here, you know? We can travel between Earth and Glimmer using a portal. Portals between worlds used to be really common. Earth was a prime vacation spot. Since the Nightmare Agency appeared, we can't travel between our worlds as easily. Yeah, what you said. I guess you know. Fairies love coming to Earth. Without the portals, we're pretty much trapped here, you know? We can use magic to teleport short distances as long as we know where it is, but halfway through across the galaxy is a bit excessive, you know? Magic? Like spells? Yeah, a little, you know, but complicated stuff takes years of training, you know? Fairies like me do simple magic tricks and shapeshift. Shapeshifting is super duper tiring though, you know? Oh, we can also sense dark energy, but not as good as stronger magical creatures. The monster tracker on your Miracle Link is great if you already know you're supposed to be tracking one. Look at that flex. But nothing beats some good old-fashioned instinct, you know? It's a really good way... It's really good to have a fairy partner alongside you human crystal warriors. You wouldn't be able to sense when a nightmare is close by without us. Huh? That doesn't make much sense. You look confused, Red. What's the problem, you know? Are you sure crystal warriors can't sense monsters? I've never heard a full-blooded human who could sense dark energy, you know? Then why do I feel awful whenever a nightmare is close by? Allergies? Oh my god, there are so many questions! Okay, Miracle Links. I wonder about our Miracle Links. Okay, so your Miracle Link is like connected to your soul. So if your heart is messed up, it won't work, but you're not cooperating with your team, it'll give you problems too. It's like a tiny magic computer that lets you transform into your Crystal Warrior form. How does it work? Magic? Basically, you know? I'm not sure if she's even knows herself. I mean, how do I know? There's nothing in the books about our Miracle Links. Didn't the previous generation also use Miracle Links? Nope, the Crystal Warriors transformed before was different, but that was different. And before that, who knows? Those guys got these programs and you guys got all these programs and trackers and stuff. It's totally different than the stuff I read about. I know they're connected to our souls in our team, so I guess that's how the tracker works. Miracle Links are just one of life's mysteries. Man, I sound so uncool. I can't ask something. Can't you ask something I know more about, you know? Well, they're called Miracle Links because miracles don't have to make sense. Okay, I think I'm almost done. Okay, previous Crystal Warriors. Former Crystal Warriors, the team before us? Yep. The last Crystal Warriors, lovingly called the Crystal Carnival, you know? They weren't too long ago either, a few decades ago maybe. They were a team of 7. Spindleheart, the warrior of love and dreams. Topaz, the warrior of joy and prosperity. Lapis and Lavalite, the twin soldiers of wisdom and harmony. Jade, the warrior of luck and peace. Ruby, the warrior of warmth and protection. And Turquoise, the warrior of healing and spirituality. She flips her book to a page in her book. The leader was Spinel, and she was probably the most in tune with her magic of any Crystal Warrior in history, you know? But she was also a kid, and they were a bit younger than you guys were. She had a pure heart, and almost to a fault. Everyone who knew her was so kind and empathetic. Everyone knew her said she was so kind and empathetic, but a bit naive and sensitive. Being a Crystal Warrior and the leader at that must have been so much for a pure kid to handle. First things went normally, fighting monsters, beat up bad guys, pretty basic warrior duties, you know? But then things got bad. One day one of the warriors, Lavalite, nearly got killed. She was so badly hit she couldn't fight no more, you know? And her sister, she couldn't fight without Lavalite. Things kept getting bad from bad to worse. The team wasn't communicating and they never reached their full potential, and then the Princess of Darkness woke up. The team fought to the best of their abilities, you know, but it was hopeless. They couldn't defeat her. She was just too powerful. They did the only thing they could. Using their last of their strength, they sealed her away. She was asleep. She couldn't do nothing no more. Everyone was safe, or so they thought. Druzy. Yep. Okay, I think that's it. Alright, if you guys are satisfied, then we need to seriously get to work. Starting with you, Red. Seriously, you need to get yourself together. You're a total mess. She points at me in a commanding way and scoffs. Huh? Diana rushes in between us. Wait a minute. Who said you're in charge? Valerie, don't let Amber boss you around like that. Me? I'm the leader, you know? Says who? Says me. I'm the oldest and most knowledgeable about this stuff. I should be the leader, you know? No way. You're not bossing everyone around. You ain't even a part of the team, Di. What gives you a say? Diana jumps back a little and gives I can see a hint of hurt on her face. This involves me too, Amber. Don't be a jerk. Suddenly, Clover stands up and stomps over. Unlike before, the tiny, commanding regal air is gone. She looks more like a grouchy kitten than anything else. If we are choosing a leader, since we are at home, at my home, shouldn't it be me? Oh no. Wouldn't someone like Liam make a better leader? I mean, he's really smart and strong, so... He's also lazy. Sophie rolls her eyes and pokes Ethan in the cheek and laughs. Ethan looks down, embarrassed, and groans. Who's to say he won't screw up again and lose his powers? We can't trust that guy, the guy in power. He's gross. Just look at him with the icky cheese-colored hair.
I don't care.
Call me when you guys are finished with your being brainless fools. Liam grabs a blanket and makes himself cozy on the sofa. I don't understand how he can nap with all this shouting. It should be Valerie. She's the first one to transform. I was the first to transform, you know. I got my powers long before you even came here, stupid. Yeah, well, Val was the first to transform, who is a total prick. No one even likes you, you know. I don't understand why Diana is defending me so much. I'm okay with anyone, really. We can't, like, take turns leading or something? I think it's better for us to focus on working together as a team rather than which one of us will boss the others around. Yeah, we can figure that stuff out later. A familiar feeling overcomes me and I collapse to my knees. Oh, crud. What's that? What's wrong, Val? It's a nightmare. The rest of the team perks up and stands ready to take off. It's near the park again. Alex, let's go. Wait a minute. Amy and Alex transform and take each other's hands. Wait, Amber. Amy just rolls her eyes and sticks her tongue out at Diana before snapping her fingers. The two of them disappear before our eyes. She's gone. She teleported away. God damn it, Amber. She punches the wall and mumbles obscenities under her breath. Well, it's okay. Let's catch up with them. You don't understand, Val. We're miles away from the nightmare. We will never make it in time. Can't you teleport us there? I thought you said fairies could teleport. Well, we need to be connected. Make sure you're touching me. Her voice sounds incredibly shaky and unsure, but she puts her hands out. Here I go. She raises her free hand and snaps her fingers. A putrid smell invades my senses and my lungs. I step back. I feel my back touch a cold metal wall. Where are we? A junkyard? This is the industrial park, not a recreational park, you feline dits. Maybe we're close enough that we can run the rest of the way. Give me a moment to catch my breath. I'll get us there. As soon as we begin identifying this location, I hear rapid finger tapping. No, we need to get out of here. Now. Okay, I'll get us out of here. Once again, Diana raises her free hand and snaps her fingers. The view of the industrial park we were previously at has been replaced by a large brick building. The smell is different. Instead of burning, repulsive smell, it's the smell of cocoa? Oh, this is a chocolate factory that produces half the cocoa in the country? Well, I tried thinking about parks, but the previous place was distracting me and I wanted to be somewhere that smelled better. How is this better? Liam covered his face with a handkerchief. Not a fan of chocolate, Liam? Liam grimaces. Not everyone who lives with sweets being the default smell in their home. That's true, it's not like everyone isn't a sweet person. Hey, there's a park behind us. I turn my head and see there is indeed a park behind us. Not the park with the nightmare, however. I said I was picturing parks, but the smell was distracting me. I think I ended up teleporting us here by mistake. So your teleportation is based on you picturing the location. How did we end up at the industrial park the previous time? I was focused on the nightmare. It's nasty. They're nasty creatures, so I ended up taking us to a nasty place. That's how it works. Diana raises her hand in the air. Wait. Diana pauses. Diana, what are you thinking about this time? The park we went to has a river, right? So I was thinking of a grassy field by a river with a stone bridge over it. That sounds about right. It's a pretty place. Sounds incredibly generic. Diana, I think that field of grass divided by a river again. Now put some trees around it. Then place 2 ponds perpendicular to each other to the right of the river, and in the background there are tall gray buildings. Sophia, you're being too much of a pain. And focus on the river. There's a large bench facing it. On the clear night, lovers would be seen in the moon's reflection of the water alongside the stars. Both of you are missing unique key marks. The park has a billboard advertised by large law firm Faro Tomes and Faro. There are 4 flower beds on each of the streams. It's not a river, it's a stream. Don't get them confused. Sophie clicks her tongue. It's an overlapping connotation between the two. I could just say it's a creek, not a stream. You can jump across a creek, however you wade across a stream and swim across a river. Are you telling me you could jump across the stream at the park? Are we really arguing over this? Diana shifts her gaze away from me and looks between Sophie, Clover, and Liam shouting over each other. Then she looks to the ground, her lip quivers. I'm getting more confused. Can someone please tell me what the best description is? Sophie and Liam begin talking at the same time. I think mine should work. Accuracy is efficiency. My portrait of the park is the most wonderful. Diana makes eye contact with me, and I think she wants my input on who she should listen to. Hold on. I think all of these descriptions are good, but I have a question. What is it, Val? Why don't we just use a map? Everyone glances at me. That's a good question. I turn up and show Diana the display on my miracle link. We're at the red point at the bottom, and the red point on the top is where we want to go. Diana opens her mouth and closes it. She opens her mouth and then closes it. A moment passes and she opens it again. Do you not know how to read a map? I do. I'm a royal knight that requires both in physical strength and great mental capacity. Of course I know the basic skills as map reading. Mental capacity isn't relating to knowledge, though. It would mean being able to make your own decisions. There's more teleporting than just knowing where the location is. For example, you need to know where your location is in relation to where you're trying to go. So you have to have a vivid image of the location in your head alongside and having some kind of anchor. So you need a picture? Crud, I wish I had some sort of photo or video of the place to show her. Wait, videos! I've been on the news before. Who says they aren't recording Amber and Alex right now? I searched around any news about monster attacks today. Hey, Diana, look at this. Oh, it's our Val. Okay, I should be able to get us there now. Raising her hand, Diana performs another snap. Razor blades in my brain. That's the sensation I first felt upon Diana teleporting us here. Jesus. The second was... cool. The wind generated by Alex is being thrown past us. Alex slams into Liam's chest and the two of us are thrown onto the ground. Why me? Hey, I'm glad I can always count on you to catch me, Liam. I would have dodged your torpedoing to me if I could have. Those were $500 glasses. I hope you have a plan for paying back what you broke. I think that's what friends naturally do. As Alec gets up from Liam, I survey the battlefield. Looking at the park damage as well, the place is vacated, except for Amber, the nightmare. And the news helicopter? The nightmares have some kind of turtle standing on its hind legs. Has some pained and wild look in its eyes. It's that Ethan's nightmare did before. This one will be tough. The right front arm isn't an arm, it's a scythe on a turtle? The scythe bearing down on Amber, who's blocking it with her own, and turns her head around. Took your sweet time. Stop lazing about and fight, you know? Who are you ordering us around? You rushed ahead first like this, and now you want us to clean up your mess? Something's tugging at me. I turn my head around. I don't see anyone touching me. I guess battle jitters or something. Is this expectations of leadership? If Sophie and Diana want me to be leader, I need to show them that their trust isn't misplaced. Ethan, Diana. Yeah? Get to a safe distance and try to do what you can to prevent anyone from entering the park. Diana slaps Ethan on the back. Consider it done. Make sure Ethan's safe before I rejoin you all. Grabbing Ethan's wrist, Diana jokes out of the park. Royal Heart Metamorphosis! Alright, let's do this. I remember watching a documentary on Joan of Arc in history class. I thought if a cool lady hero was cool, but admittedly I remember one thing. Joan of Arc was an inspirational leader. Val, stop spacing out. Where's Clover? I thought we were going to do a group speech. Over there, screeching and swinging at a hammer. The way Liam put that, I would have thought Clover was screaming at a nightmare, but... What are you doing crossing blades with this nightmare? It's called parrying. Dark Souls! Once it makes a mistake, it'll be vulnerable. Vulnerable? Look at it! You're gonna have to break through it to beat it. What do you mean? You think that's possible? Years of combat experience, you know? Raising her scythe, Amber starts charging electricity through her hands to her weapon. A nightmare like you probably doesn't know this, but metal conducts electricity, you know? Amber's blade shifts position to the tip of the pole and forms a glaive. With the bolts of energy charging around, Amber slams it into the tip of the nightmare's scythe arm. The bolts circulate around the scythe, racing towards the top, and the electricity reaches the top of the scythe. It begins dissipating. Ow. Suddenly, the nightmare retracts its limb, leaving its belly as it contracts ooh. With a sudden burst of speed, the nightmare turns into a top, spinning and slams both Amber and Clover. They're in danger. They're spreading out. I can't get to both of them before they reach the ground. I can't reach both of them. Alex can rescue either one. I'ma catch Clover. I got you, Amethyst. Gathering all the energy I have, I press my legs to the ground and leap. I stretch my arms. I should be able to catch her in a princess carry. Appropriate for someone like Clover. Though, wait, isn't this actually the actual name Bridal Carry? Clover would look really cute in a wedding dress. Bonk. Diamond, get up! I open my eyes to see Sapphire head above me. Immediately, I feel pain in my head. Ow. Sapphire leans down and presses her hand into my forehead. As soon as she touches, I'm both relieved from the pain I was experiencing and shivering from the cold. When you caught Amethyst, Sapphire looks over at Amethyst, who's brushing dust off her skirt. Or rather, you were attempting to catch Amethyst. Instead of actually catching her in your arms, you caught her with your head. Amethyst walks up to us, mouth open and brow furrowed. What's with that look on your face, huh? Don't harm me, you had this goofy daydreaming look on your face. You're trying to catch me, or are you just pretending you were flying? I was really trying to catch you. I prefer if you learn to do a better job of it. Sapphire, I'm going to give that nightmare shell-shocking one way or another. Back me up. I can do that. At least we have one more... at least one more than Emerald's doing. I know Clover has high standards, but I probably shouldn't have met... I couldn't stand while a friend was at risk. Speaking of which, looks like Citrine and Emerald are actually fighting against it, I think? What is he even doing? He could be aiming for the eyes or trying to snare the head. He's just shooting straight or wherever. Sapphire is right. Emerald's slacking when it comes to teamwork. Sapphire, create a giant chisel and gouge out of the ice. Chisel gouges? I mean, I can make those. Good. We can chisel ourselves a weak point. I don't really understand nightmare biology, but you can chisel shells in general. You can chisel an egg. Diamond, help Citrine with distracting the nightmare. Aren't chiseled eggs a thing? I feel like I heard the term before. And Garnet, you provide rescue. Rescue? In case Diamond and Citrine need to be rescued. Isn't chiseled eggs and ham stuff we put on hors d'oeuvres for parties? Oh my god. Oh, Valerie. Oh my god. Are you listening? I am. You and Sapphire are deviling the shell. Chiseling. And Garnet will be there to rescue me if we need it. Amethyst flashes a smile at me. So you're up for it, right? I think we should talk to the others about it. And maybe repeat what I'm supposed to do? I look around. Sapphire and Amethyst already ran off without me. How are we supposed to operate like this? We'll manage. Come on, let's do our best for the rest of the team. Garnet raises his hand and connects it to mine for a shake. Something about that sound makes all my worries fade away. I join Citrine near the nightmare. Diamond, what are you doing? Oh, okay, I get it. Emerald didn't really tell me either, but he said two things. One, dodge the head. They jump back a little bit. Stay out of his aim. And then I hear a screech. Your shell is not breakable. Looking at the ground next to Amethyst and Sapphire, I see a portion of the nightmare shell on the ground. They did it! Sudden chill crawls up my back. Something's not right. Everyone, get away from the nightmare! My eyes motion to the nightmare's wounded area. The shell is blistering, and the wound itself is pumping out a liquid. Ooh, ew. In the sudden burst, liquid erupts and covers the surrounding area, including Sapphire, Amethyst, and Citrine. My legs keep moving. I don't know what I can do. I've got to get there. Ah! A sudden firm blow hits me in the stomach. Valerie! Diamond! Diana! Crap. Diana rushes towards me and pushes me out of the way, taking the blunt of the hit. You idiot! Amber shoves us down and covers us with her entire body and snaps her fingers. When we arrive back at the hideout, Sophie tends to my wounds while Amber gives Diana the lecture of the century. God damn it, Diana, you could have been killed. Like you care. Besides, Val was in danger. She's a crystal warrior. She would have been fine. She would have been fine if your stupid planning didn't put her in danger. You're gonna blame someone? Blame the goddamn blonde idiot over there, you know? She jabs her fingers at Liam, but he merely shrugs. I think my plan was pretty good. Shut the hell up, Goldilocks. I'm not a child anymore. Yes, you are. You think you can save everyone, but you can't, Diana. You always do this, you know? You always put everyone's safety before your own. For once, please think of yourself. Wait, Amber! Alex rushes after her. The tension left could cut like cheese. Diana just wipes the blood from her cheek and scoffs. Didn't you notice? Amy was crying? She abandons me like that and has the nerve to act like we're family now. I think Amy was right, though. Us non-crystal warriors need to support them in our own way. I'm not like you, Ethan. I may not have powers, but I'm a royal knight. I'm not some weakling. Just shut up, Diana. I clamp my hands over my mouth. I never spoke to her like that before, but she knows that this is a sore spot for Ethan. She was way out of line for that. I think I'm going to check on Amy and Alex. Clover and Liam, come with me. I don't understand why I need to be here. Clover can lead you around her property on her own. You're pissing off Sophie. So, she's always mad at me. If anyone should be annoyed, it's me. She completely ignored my ideas for our plan. You didn't tell us anything. I figured she'd be smart enough to get it. Like, you always act like that. Like what? Like, how do you say? Oh, right, a narcissist, worthless, inconsiderate, fool, a foul excuse for a human being. She giggles and Liam just scoffs. I'm not sure he's taking her criticism very seriously. Do you know where Alex and Amber are? Liam grimaces and rolls his eyes and then checks his phone. He said he's in the library and to call cleaning because Amber left a mess. Clover enters the room and I almost see steam coming out of her ears. It smells like meat and socks in here! She stomps into the hall to find a servant. Hey, Amy, what was that all about? I don't know, she acts like she never smelled a burger before, you know? No, I mean earlier. You were really confrontational lately. You've been suspicious of everyone, bossy, and overall kind of a jerk. Like this morning, you said Clover might be lying. You always treat Liam like a trickling betrayal bomb, and you left us behind earlier. And you're always fighting with Diana. And we're kind of used to it now, so we don't really care that much when you two fight anymore. But still, Alex nudges her. I'm sorry, you know. I don't want our team to end up like the last, okay? I don't think your methods would have prevented that. I elbow him in the gut. Diana's like family to me, whether I like it or not, but she's just a kid, you know? You're all kids. I gotta protect you guys. Di doesn't get it, though. She acts like she's so big and bad. She's so bad at magic. She's got the physique of a pool noodle. She's almost she ain't exactly the brightest, and she's kind of bad with people, you know? Ha, I guess I ain't the best at making friends either, though. That's exactly why we need to work together, though. Exactly, that's why we can protect each other and make up for each other's faults. We can't run past Zachary. I can't fly like Liam, but I can pack a punch. I flex my arm and grin. It's not as impressive as Amy's muscles, but I'm trying to lighten the mood. Sigh. You know, Diana really trusts you. She's just impulsive and hard-headed, but she trusts you, and she told me to trust you too. If we can't trust each other, who can we trust? Amy's looks soften to a kinder, warmer expression. She stands up and ruffles my bangs. You ain't really the sharpest sword from the forge either, Red, but I think you got something special about you. And I don't gotta look at your heart gem to see it. She looks away and laughs to herself. That's why Di's so attached to you, you know? Come on. You feeling better? We left in the middle of a fight. We can't keep them waiting, you know? Alright, guys, we have to get it together. We're a team, and that means we need to be on the same page, Liam. Alex turns and gives him a dirty look. Liam looks down, embarrassed, as if his mom caught him coloring on the walls. It goes for you guys, too. Clover, it's never that serious. And Sophie, Liam, trying to help on his own, he's just an idiot, so try to play nice. I feel like I'm being unjustly attacked here. What's your plan, Red? Amber stands before me, her gaze burning with a look I've never seen before. Her tone is different, serious, but not with suspicion. She sounds like a soldier responding to her commanding officer. I'm a bit overwhelmed. She did a total 180. I'll follow your lead, okay? I was kind of happy. I feel like I finally gained her approval. I'm not sure I earned it yet, though. Teleport back to the park together. The turtle beast is still there, causing havoc. The air is covered up in a tar-like substance. It looks like the hole Sophie made has been patched up too. It's probably still weak from before, so knocking him down should be a no-brainer. Alex, what do you suggest? Well, I suppose I'll subdue the monster with my vines, but they'll take a moment to grow for it, so someone needs to buy me a bit of time. Zachary can blind it, and then Amy can use her electricity to stun it for a few seconds. Then Clover can use her hammer like in golf. Liam will be using his vines to make a goal. And then you can use your axe to chop it down. I think Sapphire had the right idea to chisel a weak point, but the liquid is extremely dangerous. It looks like the hole is patched up, but might start up again if we agitate it. Makes sense. But if you make a dried scab, it can bleed again. So why don't we make sure its blood doesn't touch us? Ew. Sapphire, instead, I think you should make up ice shields a priority. It'd be cool if we can get to the tar to bounce back if you... My reading comprehension is going down. How long is this episode? I think I have an idea. Alright, we'll finish it off. Right. I heard that you children were a bit persistent. A tall, muscular woman stands before us. She's missing an arm and an eye is covered in a patch. She emits a frightening aura. She must have lost them in a fight in one of those, and those are her battle scars. I'm not surprised to see you again. Again? Who is this? Was she here last time? I don't remember, but this monster definitely wasn't as flashy as Labra's or as predictable as one of Onyx's. We really messed up big time, huh? No use fussing over it now. We're all fired up, so watch out. We aren't going to make the same mistake as last time. The 7 rainbow jewels, bringing hope to the future. Aw, hell yeah. We are the Crystal Warriors. Bring harm to our world is absolutely unforgivable. We'll make you repent for your sinful actions. Hope for the future? Where'd you get that? I made it up on the spot. You like it? Garnet, your line was really cool too. It suits you. Feels like the right thing to say. He blushes a little and rubs the back of his neck. Can we save the chit-chat for later? He jabs a thumb in the direction of the rampaging nightmare and sighs, pinching the skin between his temple. Right, we better save the poor guy and fast. The team rushes out. Emerald spreads his wings out and soars high above the monster. He makes a gesture with his hand that says, I'm ready, and summons his bow. Citrine runs over to the monster, and with a few quick movements, swiftly summons their weapon. Citrine Tambourine! Amber slides in seconds after and readies her weapon. Citrine Flash! Not even seconds after the light fades, Amber has already shifted her weapon into a glaive and launched it into the turtle's thick skin. The smell of smoke penetrates the air as her glaive zaps the monster. In the blink of an eye, Garnet's flaming double axe comes spinning rapidly towards the nightmare. The two of them grasp their hands and deliver a double whammy, summoning a whirl of thunder and lightning towards it. Burning Thunder Spiral! Now! Emerald begins firing arrows a few meters behind the monster, and Amethyst readies her hammer. As we predicted, the fierce series of attacks agitated the scab, and the wound slowly begins leaking a thick black goo. Amethyst knocks the monster back with a swing of her hammer, and right into the area Emerald had prepared. His vines begin to slither and creep up and wrap around the monster's arms. Lightly... Oh! Oh no, it's a raid! It's a raid! Oh! Oh no! Welcome in, warriors, sure. Welcome in, raiders, welcome in. We're playing Magical Warrior Diamond Heart, and we are in the middle of a battle. Thank you for the raid. Let me shout you out real quick. Oh my god! I'm great! How are you? Blaze at Midnight, thank you for following. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh. Okay, it's gonna take me to write out your name, Malice, because you got all those abs. Thanks for the lurk. Okay. Excuse my slow typing. Alright, thank you so much for the raid. Wow, this is my first raid. It's so exciting. I hope my alerts worked. Okay, so we are currently playing Magical Warrior Diamond Heart, which I have linked in the description down below so you can play the game. It's actually available on itch.io to play the demo for free. We're currently playing the demo. The full game is going to be out, I don't know, in a few years maybe, but we're playing what's available right now. And what we're doing right now is doing a big battle. So usually for these streams I read along, so we're just gonna keep going. And thank you so much for the raid. His vines begin to slither and creep and wrap around the monster's arms and legs tightly like a snake. Sharp thorns form, squeezing tightly at the beast's skin. The thorns scrape and dig into the wound even from earlier, and the goo begins to leak out even faster. Sapphire! She slides over, and the four of us huddle together as she creates a curved wall of ice. Just in time as the pressure builds and the liquid surges at our direction. It skids across the curve of her wall and flies right back at the nightmare. It struggles to dodge, but the improvement makes Emerald's thorns cut into it even deeper. As the liquid blasts slow down, we peer over the frosty wall. It's fine. It's safe. Emerald floats down near our hideaway. Ready? Each of us grabs each other's hands, connecting in a circle. Our weapons shine brightly and ascend into the air above us. Magic, bright lights swirl in the center, but as it fades, our cannon appears in its place. Rainbow, crystal, dream explosion! Rainbow light engulfs the arena, and a massive burst of energy, crystals, and magic hit the monster. The monster fades, leaving away a small heart jewel behind. It glows and floats away to the home of its owner. It seems we've been greatly underestimating our obstacle. I'll have to report this to Lady Druzy Quartz immediately. The scary woman teleports away without a second word. Alright, we did it! I knew we could do it. I twirl my hair nervously and laugh. I really don't feel like I added much today, though. What do you mean? You showed serious leadership skills today. You came up with the plan, you know? You talked some sense into my buddy, Ames. And you convinced Sophia to put her unwarranted criticisms of me on pause. Unwarranted? You deserve those criticisms, though. And I'll lecture you the next time we meet. Alright, Alex helped us with the planning, and the rest of the stuff was just being a good friend. But if you ask me, you've displayed honor worthy of being a knight. I don't think the rest of these guys would have been able to last even a moment on their own without you. You're the heart of the team, Val. You bring us all together. And it's because of the heart of yours, I feel like you're the one who should lead us to victory. I mean, if I could cast my vote, I'd vote for you. Oh, Diana. She really is a sweetheart. I love Diana so much. She's so cute. I never thought I'd see the day where I agree with Diana's judgment of character, you know? You're a part of the team, Diana. That's 4 votes for Val. The other are mine and Liam's, by the way. I don't recall casting a vote. Well, do you object? He shrugs and looks away without saying a word. I think I should still have a bit of authority considering it's my home we're using as our base of operations. But I have to step down for everyone. I don't think I would mind following Valerie's orders. Me too. I vote for Val. You know me and Ethan are always on your side, Val. Like, we're all in favor for Val as team leader? He pats my back merrily and laughs. Wait, Leave it to me. Leave it to me, everybody. I'm leader. Woo! My magical wand shows that I am ready to be leader. Yeah. Leave it to me, everybody. Well, if everyone really feels that way, then I won't let you guys down. I'll be the best leader in Crystal Warrior history. That's the kind of attitude we want to see. You'll do great, Val. Now that that's all settled, who wants lunch? I'm starving. How can you be starving after all you did to my house? What? I'm a growing girl, you know? I need my protein to grow big and strong. Aren't you the oldest? You said you're older than us, though. Aren't you already done growing? And you're already quite strong. Perhaps she means horizontally. Oh no. Oh please, that's my balanced diet that keeps me maintaining my excellent figure, you know? Oh, okay, that was a dramatic music shift. Okay! Woo! That was a lot. That was a lot. Okay, I'm gonna save real quick. I don't want to lose my progress. Okay. Ooh! Ooh, that was a lot. I gotta pee real quick. Okay, I'm gonna put the screen on BRB and I'll be back in a second. Gotta pee real quick. Okay, I'm back. Ooh. Woof. Let me take a drink real quick. Okay, back to the story. So for all the new people who are here, like I said, below in the About panels, there is a link to this demo in the Games panel. It just says MWDH, and that's Magical Warrior Diamond Heart, which is this demo. And you can click it, and you can download it, and you can play it, and you can do all the fun stuff. And you can support the creator, Pionkachi, and I definitely recommend that. She's really funny. She's on Tumblr and Twitter, but I think mostly on Tumblr, and she's a riot. But yeah, so thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much. Welcome in, raiders. I didn't properly introduce myself, but I'll give my little spiel now. I am Duchess. I am a lion from space, and we are currently playing Magical Warrior Diamond Heart. And I hope you all stick around and have a fun time. Thank you for everyone who has followed, and thank you for everyone who's stuck around. And yeah, I hope you all have a good time. And, you know, sit back, relax, and listen to the sound of my voice. Okay, back to the game. So if the radius is 5, I need to multiply that by 2 and pi, and then I get the area. Wait, that's to get the circumference? How do I get the area of the circle? I know it is multiplying the radius by 2. That's for diameter, right? Well, grabbing my textbook is at least an opportunity to stretch my arms, right? Yawn. This is the first time I've ever seen you so focused on your studies. What's the occasion? The occasion is called not failing. It's still the first semester and I'm actually racking up a lot of F's and D's. I gotta study hard so I don't end up flunking. Isn't that what Liam tutors you for? It's true, but I've been seeing a good amount of improvement thanks to Liam, but it's best for both of us I try some problems on my own. I finally opened the textbook and I turned to the right page. Okay, so the area of the circle is pi multiplied by the radius squared. Let's do that calculation so I can figure out the answer. Are you okay though? Usually you're a bit more talkative. Huh? Oh, I'm on my meds today. Medication? Oh, are you sick? You shouldn't be pushing yourself if you're sick. Thanks, but I'm good. The meds I'm on is for helping me focus. Ah, I see. That's why you're studying for once. Yep. Once I'm on my meds, there's no stopping this girl. Yeah, I know that feeling. It's like you take your Adderall and you can finally do stuff. Yeah, ADHD queen. So why don't you take them more often in that case? Well, the meds help me focus and remember stuff, but they don't help me remember to take the medication in the first place. God, that is medication. I have to set an alarm on my phone to remember to take my medication. And then when you have like multiple types of medication and you gotta like space them out so that they don't interact badly with each other, it's a whole mess. Like, I have to take some of my medications like 2 hours apart, and it's like some days I don't remember, and it's so annoying. It's so annoying. But yeah, I feel Valerie. So I only end up taking them when they come to mind. So you have medicine that helps you focus, but you don't always remember to take it, meaning you aren't able to focus a lot. Then what good is it? I know there's some people who would love to have a cute pink cat chide them over taking their medicine, but I'm discovering I'm not one of those people. Well, part of it is that there are downsides. Like, it makes me less hungry, so I don't get as many sweets as I would like to eat in between meals. More like I forget to eat at all. Maybe I shouldn't worry her. Shouldn't you prioritize hearty meals over sweets? Speaking of which, when are you going to stop for lunch? Let me finish these last few math problems, then I'll focus on something for lunch. Diana's eyes radiate with excitement. Make sure it's filling. I plan to have quite the eventful day. Eventful? What does Diana have planned? I'll just ask her during lunch. For now, I need to focus on finishing this work. My miracling buzzes as I felt my head getting back to math. It's a message from Alex. Hey Val, me and Liam don't have much to do today. We figured we would go out. And I was about to tell him the two of us broskies would spend the day. I remembered I promised to take you out for ice cream. Liam has to run some errands first, so it'll be in an hour. Like me, if you're still up for a hot date with the coolest guys around, don't worry, Liam is paying. Oh my god. Ice cream? Ice cream sounds like it could hit the spot, especially if Liam's paying. I could get some extra fancy. If I can get all my homework done before then, it would be a really nice treat. Guess what day it is? That's right, Free Museum Day! It's been a while since me and Ethan have been to one together. I know you said you had homework, but let me know if you would be down for it afterwards. It has been a while since it's been me, Ethan, and Sophie. I feel like I'm happy to make new friends, but no matter what, Ethan and Sophie are my besties. Maybe it's time, maybe time with them could be my treat for the day. But treat has to wait. If I spoil myself without finishing this work, I could just be getting myself to failure. I'm gonna check my miracle link real quick. Let me save. Okay. What? I really need to get my hearts up with Diana. How do I exit? Oh, okay. Oh no! A shopping trip? I don't know if I would have the money for that. I would be able to see Zachary and Clover in really cute clothes, and on top of it, in and of itself would be a treat. Who should I spend today with? That's a question I ask myself after I finish my homework. I grab my pencil and stare at the paper. After waiting a moment to make sure I shouldn't get any more messages, I get back to work. Ah, okay, I can save. Ah, finally, another episode. We're gonna see how long this episode takes, and then we're gonna wrap up, because I've been streaming for 2 hours, and I've been sitting in this chair for 2 hours and 40 minutes, and I gotta stretch soon, or else my back's gonna hurt. So, we're gonna keep playing, and who should I go on a date with? I kind of want to go with Zachary and Clover and go shopping, but like, I don't know. What do y'all want to do? Do you want to go with ice cream with the boys? Do you want to go to the museum with the besties? Or do you want to go shopping with the new friends? I will probably replay this section on my own and pick different outcomes. But what do y'all want to do? Who do y'all want to hang out with? Let me know. Let me know in chat. Okay, I'd say the museum with the besties or shopping with the newbies. Yeah, I don't want to hang out with the boys right now. So, it's a coin flip about whether it's the besties or the new friends. Let's see how far this part goes. The wolfman dunks his arm into the soapy water mixture and growls. Sick of doing all this crap. Nobody around here ever cleans a damn thing. Look at him in his pink gloves and his handkerchief. Oh my god, king. Come to take out the trash. Come take out the trash, Opal. Do the laundry, Opal. Mop up the slime dripping from the ceiling, Opal. I always do the dirty work for the rest of those lazy jerks. Catboy drops another stack of dirty dishes next to Opal. Uh-oh. Do you have something you want us to say? Labra appears shortly behind them with a glass of what used to be tea. In fact, I was reading up on Earth animals. Do you know the two of you are just like cats and pandas? Oh, that makes sense. Pandas are like Earth celebrities. Everyone falls to their feet to please them. And cats have been worshipped as deities. I guess even someone as stupid as you can recognize my godlike brilliance. If that's what you want to think, then fine. I was thinking along the lines of how stupid and useless they are. I heard that. Did you know Opal is just like a dog, Onyx? They're filthy mongrels that bark incessantly, act crazy, and lick their own butts. Surprisingly, Opal didn't react much to her dig. He just shrugs and keeps on scrubbing. I'd rather be loud and energized than a useless, lazy moron who struggles to keep its own species alive. Yeah, dig it, pandas! Ain't never gonna get pregnant. If that's the case, then go pick up more cleaning supplies. That sticky liquid dripping from the ceiling is... That sticky liquid is leaking from the ceiling again. Mop it up. Fine, but I'm only doing it because I live here too, and if I don't clean, you losers would drown in your own filth. And if I see those crystal wimps out there, I'll squash them. Doesn't he remember? Miss Druzy said he's not allowed to fight this week because he's a sloppy moron and is incapable of subtlety. One of us will have to go out there and take over. Huh? The two of them rub their chins in an exasperated, quizzical manner, as if they're seriously pondering what they should do. You do it. I don't feel like it. There was no transition there. Okay. What do you think of my peanut butter cinnamon apple pancakes? What do you mean? I mean you should prioritize meals over snacks. I didn't mean this. Diana hesitantly takes another bite of her pancake. She started with 3. As far as I know, she's only eaten half. She might not profess a love for sweets, but it really does look like she's fighting back a smile after every bite. But what about how it tastes? Well, it may be a bit sweet, but there's no denying the apples are capable of uniting peanut butter, cinnamon, and pancakes. Without apples, I don't think the other 3 would be as good as they are together. You think apples are the uniter, not the pancakes? I would say my cinnamon pancakes and peanut butter pancakes are just as good. Diana takes another bite. Well, they're very filling. I think I'll have more than enough energy for today. So what do you got planned for today? She beams and puffs her chest with pride. As a royal knight of Prince Rosalia, it's important I keep my body, heart, mind, and heart jewel polished. Of course, I have to keep my body in shape. Diana's body is pretty strong. She isn't as muscular as Amy, but I can tell she's someone who takes physical training seriously. Then again, I always see the physical training she does. She's set up a fairy-sized gym here. She does a lot of yoga. I gotta say though, I wonder what she would look like working out in her human form. Fairy outfits are kind of ridiculous. Fairy workouts are kind of ridiculous to watch. And I have been diligently exercising my mind. I'm honestly not sure if I would call Diana smart or not. She's capable of a little magic at least, but she's never really much for studying. I feel like I've been making sure to keep my heart radiant. I don't think that's true. You're always pretty supportive to me, Diana. Even though we've only known each other for about a month, I can say confidently you're a caring friend. Thank you, Val. Her eyes sparkle and she looks like she's about to cry a little. But a knight's heart is not made of radiant by just friendship and love. To be a true knight requires the pursuit of delivering kindness onto others and self-sacrificing, like volunteering at a soup kitchen? That's right, those who care for and protect others are those who are the most radiant of heart jewels. But I can't just volunteer at soup kitchens and shelters. I don't think you would be able to, even if you wanted. Why not? Volunteer organizations do a lot of background checks. Well, I have a squeaky clean background, so I don't see what the problem is. No, the thing is, as far as any government on Earth is concerned, you don't exist. No ID, no address, a social security number, no background to check. That does sound like a problem. But as I was saying, a knight such as myself must pursue good deeds before befitting of our honor. And in my research of Earth's culture, there does not seem anything more appropriate for a knight's honor than helping the elderly cross the street. Oh no. Diana, I don't think there's many old people out there who actually need help crossing the street. I see it all the time on TV. Surely it's depicted so often, it must happen often. Maybe Diana needs to work on sharpening her mind some more. I know she hasn't been here for long, but there's a difference between real life and TV. So I plan on spending today seeking an opportunity. I think there might be a productive way to spend the day if you're determined. So how do you plan on spending your day? That's a good question. I can get some ice cream with Alex and Liam and Amy. Might even tag along. I can go to the museum with Sophie and Ethan. Or I could go shopping with Zachary and Clover. Then again, there's maybe something else I could be doing today. You know, I want to romance Diana, so I'm gonna see what going out with Diana does. I suppose I'll tag along with Diana today. As much as I'd like to get to see what everyone else is up to, I think I need some time for myself. Plus, I doubt we'll see many grannies in need. I might run into some hotties on the way instead. As we walk outside, I let myself enjoy the breeze and relax a bit. See, it's just like the guidelines of the Rodinite Order. Diana continues to ramble about the duties of knights and the importance of maintaining pureness of heart. Did you know it's considered rude to show your palms upwards? It's said to represent the sin of greed. And as a knight, it's my duty to show respect and love to other cultures' religious holidays, but if you ask me, the tree decorating ritual is awfully silly. Then I know something out of the corner of my eye. Long, shiny, dark hair and twin braids. There's a hottie. It's Chandra, pulling a wagon full of metal and plastic parts. I think my classmate could use some help. Wait, Val. Hi, Chandra. Hello. She grimaces a little bit and holds her hand to her head. Are you okay? I bring my hand towards her in concern, but jolt back as a bit of static zaps my finger. Ow, we stung each other. She turns away and continues trudging along. Wait, do you need any help? Do I look like I do? Ooh. Do you? I don't know. Jay, as my resident goth, is it rude to say everybody needs help? Cause, like, that's what I'm thinking. But, like, in this moment, I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to be rude. I don't want her to not like me. Okay, I'm gonna go for it then. Well, everyone could use a helping hand at some point, and it's always a good idea to ask, don't you think? Well, I don't. Oh. Looks like she doesn't need my help, Val. Let's go. I can't help but be curious about her, though. Can I tag along? It's a free country. I'm gonna follow her. Good luck with your granny mission, Diana. Suit yourself. I follow behind Chandra silently, not sure what to say. It's obvious she's too shy to let me get lost, to just tell me to get lost. Chandra speaks as though there's a frog in her throat, and sometimes trying to stop her from speaking correctly. I stutter a little bit when my brain gets all jumbled sometimes as well, but I kind of worry about how nervous she sounds. She seems like the timid type, but I kind of feel a bit bad that our first time meeting went the way it did. I'm sorry. You don't have to follow me. I told you I don't care. Not that. I meant for running into you at school. Whatever. Everyone has their own consider it important. I don't know what to make of that statement. As we walk together, things get quiet. She's not much of a talker, kind of like Liam. Although I feel like I can't tease her relentlessly like I can Liam. Liam is quiet, but he's super arrogant. He doesn't see others as worthy of his time. Chandra seems to be more gloomy, not the type that responds well to teasing. Not that Liam responds well either, but I feel bad about it. I rack my mind for a conversation starter. Anything to get us on the right track. My butchisms get in the way of reason. You know what? I'm okay with that. How come I haven't seen you at school? I'm sure I would have remembered someone like you. I don't know if you're trying to insult me. It's a compliment, I promise. Well, I wasn't in school for a while due to... She stiffens and her lip twitches a bit. Personal reasons. I'm kind of dying to know what happened, but it seems a bit of a touchy subject, so I won't ask her about it. Oh, what grade are you in? A senior. Oh, so she's older than me. Makes sense. She does seem like a bit grown up to be my underclassman. Definitely not a freshman. They're adorable and naive, like lost puppies. I wouldn't have seen you much then anyways. Unless you have to retake junior classes, that is. Alex Harvey is in my English class. I know Liam too, because he's my bestie is in student council, but I don't see the seniors much otherwise. He doesn't seem to care about them, which is weird because they're so popular, anyone else would have had a reaction. Do you know Alex and Liam? Everyone knows Alex and Liam. She furrows her brow and her lip begins to twitch again. Doesn't mean they know or care about everyone else in return, though. Liam, sure, he's a total nut to crack, but Alex, I think he really does care about everyone who enters his life. She doesn't seem too happy about them, though. I wonder if she's had a bad experience with them, but I doubt she'll tell me. I'm not really getting anywhere asking her questions about school. I stare at the wagon she's pulling. It looks beat up and rusty. In a few bags of electronic parts, there are what looks like to be computer parts, various metal plates, plastics, and a lot of tools. What's all this stuff for? Your wagon, what are you doing anyway? Chandra perks up a bit. It's a hobby, and a source of income. I'm actually quite good at this sort of thing. Electronic repairs, I mean. I can fix them, make various gadgets, and anything I don't use to clean, anything I don't use and clean, I clean up and sell it. She's talking faster than I've ever heard her before. She stumbles over her words a bit, and I can tell this is something she's actually really passionate about. Even though she's not smiling, her voice is jumping for joy. It's the same voice that Sophie often has when she talks about reptiles. That sounds like a lot of fun. I'm not that smart. I'm not smart enough to fix computers and games myself. I know a lot of kids who have part-time jobs and side gigs, but never met someone who actually was into gadgets like that. I don't want her to fix anything, so I'm just gonna say you don't seem like the gadget type. You know, I always imagined gadget and toy makers to be like weird eccentric types. Sorry for being a real person and not a cartoon character. Ooh, that was a mistake. No, I didn't mean like that. I'm sorry. She stops talking again. Chandra isn't really the type of person I thought she would be. I wish I could tell what she was thinking. I wonder if maybe I did something wrong. Maybe it was something I said. Maybe I misread her and she hated talking about her hobby. Hey Chandra, I feel like we got off on the wrong foot. Did I say something wrong? No, I'm just quiet. If you don't like it, you're free to leave at any time. Talking to her makes me feel self-conscious, I swear. I don't know what to think of her. Does she hate me or not? I'm not sure if I don't know why I want so badly to become her friend, but I feel like it's eating me up inside. Oh, okay. Theory time. Oh, I need hand tracking. Y'all can't see what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm putting my fingers towards my temple. So, like, in the previous part of this playthrough, they mentioned the Dark Princess. And obviously Valerie is the Lost Lumine Princess because she keeps having dreams about Diana in her past life. So that's obviously what's happening. Maybe Chandra is the Dark Princess. Yeah! That's my idea. That's my headcanon. Anyway, we won't know till the full game's out. Yeah. Sorry, we won't know till the full game's out, so that's just a theory. A game theory. Not to be dramatic, but I'm sure from I'm sure from now on, every single waking moment of my life will be dominated by thoughts of being her friend. There's just something about her. Maybe it's just like a reverse psychology thing, where the more she pushes me away, the more I want to be her friend. Okay. Maybe it's because she seems so lonely. I want to knock down those icy cold walls and welcome her into the warmth of my friendship. Maybe it's just because I think she's cute. Either way, my current mission in life, besides being an adorable crime-fighting superheroine, is becoming Chandra's new BFF. The two of us walk silently a few more minutes as the thoughts revolve around my burning desire to make a new friend. Yeah, I think Val's just very, very bisexual, very attracted to multiple people. You. For once, Chandra's the one who breaks the silence. I feel my heart flutter a bit as I've been hyping up the idea of her actually liking me for the past 10 minutes in my head. How long are you going to pull this nice girl charade? Of course, the words she says aren't the ones I've been dying to hear, though. Nice girl charade? I thought you would have given up by now. Is that it? She's been salty because she thought I was faking? I don't think there's something I could say to convince her otherwise, so I don't try to. I'm just having a nice walk, and if I didn't like it, I would have left you when you told me to. I want to be your friend. I bite my lip to stop myself from saying something lame like that. Step 1 of Operation of becoming Chandra's bestest friend ever, go at her pace. Feel like I'm already treading on thin ice after all. The two of us make it to a steep hill. Chandra turns and struggles to pull the wagon with both hands. I see her losing balance and it might fall out. I'm gonna help without saying anything. She needs help. I help her hold her stuff steady with one hand and push the bottom of the cart with the other. Chandra looks at me with a strange expression but shakes her head and starts pulling harder. Alrighty. The both of us together, the wagon begins to roll up the hill more smoothly. And we move, I make sure to lift the wagon ever so slightly to avoid any rocks. I give it one more good push and the two of us make it up the hill. All right. Thank you. The two of us continue our walk. Chandra doesn't say anything else. As we pass the supermarket, the automatic doors open and we pause to give the person coming out room to leave. It's only polite, of course. They're carrying a huge paper bag with both hands, and they leave a bottle of disinfecting spray drops down. Oh, excuse me, drop this. Good to know not everyone is a useless, lazy moron around here. The stranger lets out a familiar growl as I pass them the bottle and make eye contact. We realize, you better not get out of here, Chandra. Things are about to get ugly. Ugly as your face is going to look when I squash it into the pavement. Wait. I have to bring the stuff back. Then I'll squash your pretty face. Stuff, what are you doing with all these things anyway? You know, you can make dangerous things with cleaning chemicals. I wouldn't let my guard down for 1 second. Cleaning, duh. Well, that's what I do with them, stupid. 10 minutes. I'll be back in 10 minutes. Meet me over in the neighborhood we last fought in. You know, with the well-trimmed yards, and let your little gang know to get ready for the thrashing of a lifetime. Opal teleports away, leaving me dumbfounded. What was that all about? What was he cleaning for? And did he call me pretty? I text my friends about Opal's challenge. At least he was polite enough to warn us. I look behind and see Chandra far along ahead of me. Wait! I thought you and the first shooter! Oh! Val tames mean bitches day. Oh my god. The fursuiter. Oh my god. So people can see them. Oh my god. They just think they're furries. Oh no. They just think they're the fursuiter. We're gonna play Magic Monsters or something. Jesus Christ. What am I doing with my life? All right, then. You know what? Let's just continue playing the game. You know what? I'm not gonna think about that right now. No way! It's not like that. You mentioned you were in a rival gang? I knew you were bad news. No! You got it all wrong! Huh? After a few more minutes, Chandra stops and turns towards me. My house. She lives in a two-flat, no more than my own... not too far from my own house, but the area is a little different from mine. These vacant lots, overgrown weeds, littered beer bottles strewn about. The area looks a bit... I'm sure the people here are nice, but I have to be careful to not step on the glass. There's one thing I know, it's that people over-exaggerate how scary this city can be. If you ask me, with all the monster attacks around here, it might soon meet its own reputation. I'm an entire superhero, though. I can protect myself from a few burglars. Now, if you want a scary neighborhood, Liam's block really freaks me out. He lives in a really pretty area, but the place just oozes with wealth. All the cars are so fancy. I feel like I'm being judged over there. Well, bye. I really ought to get going too, but I'll see you later, right? We go to the same school. Right, but maybe we should hang out again sometime. If I could stop flies from buzzing around, I would. Oh, well, later. I wave to Chandra and sprint away. It's been almost 12 minutes since Opal's challenge. Pushy girl. Make my way over to the area Opal told me about, the neighborhood with the nice lawns in front. This is the place I first transformed at. Alex and Liam are already leaning against an old chunky-looking car, and Amber is in the back seat, half dangling out the window. However, I take in my surroundings and I notice something funny. That is, nothing funny at all. Nothing is here. Nobody's outside the porch for a few aunties braiding their kids' hair on the porch. Oh, that's cute. Did I miss something? Did Alex and Amy really defeat him? Opal isn't here yet. Maybe it's somewhere else? There ain't nowhere around here, Red. She belches loudly and groans. I would have smelled the sucker, you know. I pulled the nightmare tracker out, as Amy said, and there's nothing. Nothing up north, nothing out west. Doesn't look like there's anything in the surrounding suburbs either. He really isn't here yet. Maybe he's just trying to scare me. Now I can see why someone like Opal would pass up the opportunity for revenge. It's literally his job to fight me. Sophie and Ethan are coming over, soon after, followed by Clover and Zachary. Are we? No, nothing. The 8 of us shuffle around awkwardly for a moment. Suddenly... good afternoon, Crystal Warriors. Oh, hey, it's the little kid. I'm not a child. I'm older than you. What about 5 minutes? He looks the same age as Alex's sister, Abigail. Oh, whatever. Where's Opal? Opal is suspended from nightmare duty until further notice. Besides, he's got some serious scrubbing to do. Your little boyfriend simply doesn't have the time for dating right now. Sorry to disappoint. Lucky for you, though, I'm more than capable of handling adult tasks in an orderly manner. He raises his arm to the sky, as high as a tiny little guy like him can do. May the darkness in your heart grow wild. Nightmare! In a swirl of static, dark energy, he creates a new monster. Ethan, make sure everyone is in their houses. Right. The beast is large. Its flat body fills the entire street. It's crouched down, webbing claws, a large billed nose, and a flat paddle like a tail. Oh, it's a platypus. It looks like it makes a large groaning noise as it waddles towards us. Transform! Royal Heart? Crystal Heart? Metamorphosis! Revolution! The 7 rainbow jewels bring hope for the future. We are the Crystal Warriors. And will make you repent for your sinful actions. The monster swiftly turns its body and raises its flat tail. The 7 of us just barely leap out of the way to dodge. Clumsily rising again, I flee behind a tree and motion for the others to come with us. We need to come up with a plan first. Amber and Amethyst, how do we keep it busy? Alright. Amethyst dashes off without question. She summons her hammer and begins swinging around wildly. Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with Amber? Did she eat something? Amber's face takes on a gross green hue. She takes 2 steps before splatting face down on the ground. Oh no. Oh no. This graphic is funny though. Look at her passed out. Garnet shakes his head in disappointment at her pitiful display. Right, Citrine, can you cover for her? Sure thing. The 2 of us dash off to distract the beast, and Garnet drags Amber under a tree. Hey, silly goose, over here. Citrine taunts the monster, shaking their tambourine to draw its attention quickly before running off. Hello, hello, yoo-hoo! Amethyst then smashes the ground with her hammer, causing the ground to quake beneath her. They take turns baiting and taunting, careful to stay out of the nightmare's reach. Right. He looks at Amber with disappointment and sighs. Well, we don't want a repeat of last time. What do you have in mind, Val? I whacked my brain for something to start us off with. We have plenty of all-out attacks, but I think it might depend on what we're working with. So far, the best lines of defense I can think of are Sapphire and Emerald's ability to restrain Citrine's blinding attack. Emerald can also fly, and he's pretty smart, so he's been fairly useful in combat. Hey, Emerald, can you fly above and look for a weak point? Hold on, the nightmare looks like a platypus. Huh? Their eye placement makes it so they can see predators above. Make him fly around will actually make him more likely to be attacked. Whoa, you know a lot about those things, don't you, Sophie? Nerd. Sophie? But it's not a real platypus, it's just a monster. Why would it follow real-world rules? It's worth a shot. Besides, Am's fought these guys monsters like hundreds of times. And they tend to be pretty easy to predict once you know what to look for. Well, okay. While their eye placement makes it ideal for seeing predators from above, they have a hard time seeing below their bill. Platypus have large venomous spurs on the back of their hind legs. Only the males. They're not lethal to humans. Yes, but it would be a tremendously unpleasant experience, and I'm not sure how my healing goes for poisoning. Emerald makes a peculiar expression as he's trying to remember whether or not he left the bathwater running. I feel like I'm meant to be capable of healing as well. His confidence increases a small amount as he's saying his thoughts loud, however, he seems to be a bit unsure. But can you handle poison? Because I don't think today would be the best day to test that theory out. The nerds are fighting! The nerds! Earlier, the girls were fighting, and it was bloody. There was literal blood everywhere. It was awesome. That being said, if it's a female platypus, there won't be any need to worry. However, the most reliable way to know if it's male or female is to check its hind legs for spurs in the first place. Predators treat it as if it's venomous anyway. Alright, we need to stay low and avoid its back feet. We return to battle where the other 2 are waiting for us. Finally, she wipes imaginary sweat from her brow and skips in the opposite direction, drawing the monster further away. So, they wobble a bit, trying to maintain their balance from Amethyst's hammer attack. What's the 411, Diamond? Sapphire says we need to avoid its back legs because they might be poison and stay low so it has a tough time seeing us. Sounds simple enough. Can we just clobber it in the face? The monster begins to crawl in our direction, swiping its front claws at an opportunity. I draw my sword and clumsily try to parry its attacks. I gotta run in and start punching when the opening is clear. Citrine skips to the side gleefully, avoiding each swipe without breaking a sweat. Sapphire blocks the blow with her ice and swiftly dashes forward. Within a split second, she begins fiercely jabbing at its bill. It has a pattern. It counts its stops. 1, 2, 3, and slash. Jump away before 3 and it won't hurt you. 1, 2. Garnet already zipped past, launching the monster back with a powerful kick to the chin. It twists its body and lands on its feet, lunging forward once again. 1, 2, 3. It raises its claw at me, but I slash it away with my sword. 1, 2. Now, I rush in just as it readies itself for another attack. I launch an uppercut in its flat beak as Amethyst smashes it with her hammer. The monster crashes backwards once more. This time it struggles to twist itself back. Alright, time to finish this. I feel energy swirling around, gathering into my weapon.
Diamond, Rose, Aurora!
I slash my blade through the enemy and an explosion of energy bursts from the cut. All right. This all went so smoothly. We didn't even need to use the cannon. You're lucky today was a day off. Next time I'll be serious. He snaps his fingers and teleports away. That was weird. I think he said Opal was in suspension. Now that I think about it, my walk with Chandra was the first time I'd seen him in a while. So what have you guys been up to? Sophie made me look at disgusting creatures at the museum. Calm down. They were just well-preserved cephalopods. Again, Sophie made me look at disgusting creatures in the museum. Amber really wanted ice cream and just destroyed herself with her own hubris. Amber carries he carries Amber's limp body back to his car. Oh no. Me and Liam got some much needed bro time. I see. Liam shrugs and makes his way to the front seat of the car as Alec flashes a big pearly smile. Oh, Clover, did you and Zachary end up shopping? She looks down and awkwardly tugs at her wrist cuffs. Oh, Clopsy and I got a bunch of stuff from the thrift store. Mostly me. I needed new toys anyway. It's not. She stops herself and grumbles something about humbleness and not kicking at a small stone. What did you do today, Val? I had a walk. It was nice. Nice is a word. I enjoyed spending time with Chandra, even though it was a bit awkward. Speaking of, do you know a senior named Chandra? Kinda. It's a long story. He scratches his neck and laughs a bit. Liam honks the horn and motions him to hurry up. Guess we ought to head out, though. Anyone need a ride, though? There's still room in the back. And that? She grimaces at the sight of Alex's car. Clover? They lightly nudge her in the stomach and make a face. Oh, you've been so unfair and judgmental to me all day. I don't even say anything about how filthy it looked. I'm good. Besides, I have Diana here, too. Now that I mention it, where was Diana anyway? Huzzah! Speak of the devil, Diana stands triumphantly at the end of the block, carrying several shopping bags. Next to her is a frail old woman. We made it safely. Would you like me to carry your things inside as well? Oh no, my son should be arriving shortly, but thank you, sweetie. Diana places the woman's things on the bench next to her and bows. My pleasure, ma'am. Oh, Diana. I skip over to meet her. Congratulations on successfully helping that old lady. It's nothing, as I said before. It's my duty and honor as a knight of the palace to protect the needy from harm. Okay. Diana, where were you? Crash. Oh, Paul, the glass broke. Come clean it. The wolf stomps over angrily with a small handheld broom and dustpan. You got some nerve bossing me around when you came back from here over a failure. Oh, shut up and clean, or would you rather invite Miss Druzy's wrath instead? Shh. He grumbles over his breath and gathers up the broken shards of glass. Stupid Onyx thinks he's big shit when I'm the one on suspension. I'm lost 2 fucking times. Okay, I'm gonna stop here because I am getting tired. And it's been a little bit of a long time. So I'm gonna save. Oh wait, I gotta go to part 3, part 4. Okay. And we're just gonna go to the just chatting screen for now. Thank you all so much for coming. I hope you had a wonderful time. And thank you, Matron, for the raid. Thank you, Matron Malice, for the raid. All right. So that was Magical Warrior Diamond Heart Part 4? 5? 4. I think 4. Anyway, all the VODs have gone up on my channel. So if you want to see what I've been doing with the game beforehand, you can check out my YouTube channel, which is in the links below. And yeah, thank you so much for everyone who came and stayed for the raid. If you liked what I do, please drop a follow. It really helps me out. I'm trying to reach affiliates so I can interact with you guys more. And yeah, it's been a lovely time, and I hope y'all have had a good day. So I am going to find someone to raid, but thank you so much for being here. And that's about it. So let's go look for someone to raid. Give me a quick second. Okay, so we are going to be rating Lauren M. Antoine, and they are another Black VTuber, so go give them some love. I will see you guys all later, and have a good day. Goodbye!